Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Saturday Night InSaNiTy. How do I make this full screen again? I've forgotten. Like that. That's the thing I need to do.
There we go.
Oh, just as Skinslip blows her nose. That's perfect.
Yeah, I did on purpose. I normally mute myself nowadays.
Oh, okay. Welcome to the mucus-filled latest edition of Saturday Night InSaNiTy. How's it going, everybody? About fucking time, says Ryan Chadway, who hasn't been here in months. Yes, it is about fucking time you came back. Mr.
Well,
and
the show is
sir.
supposed to start at 9 o'clock.
Holy shit.
All from last month.
Oh my god.
Literally none of it is from this month.
Look
Oh
at
my
all the pickups
God.
I have.
2 things are from this month, and the rest is all from last month.
I thought
We're just lost in the mail. You know?
I thought I had a lot with 6. I thought I was
have
going
one
crazy. Wow.
If I actually had gotten just the stuff from this week, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things.
Well, yeah, I would have won.
The rest of it was all like stuff that's just been in the mailbox for forever, just waiting to come to my actual mailbox.
Ah, gotcha. Hey, thanks, Major Matoko. Tier 2.
34 months. Holy shit.
34 months. Almost
2
3
more months.
years, ladies and gentlemen. My elf ears are tingling.
2 more months.
La 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 la.
I don't generally get pickups like this because I'm poor, you know.
That's fine.
But yeah,
You don't have to
I
justify
had a
it. We
gift
understand.
card. I had a gift card, and then I had a little bit of fun money.
Yeah. The
rest is broke.
Yeah, this week, I just want to say right off the top, did a bit of a behind-the-scenes, getting a couple of behind-the-scenes streams, actually. Got caught up on a lot of my Twitch highlights. There's a lot of new Fortnite videos, which I know all 12 of you who watch them will be really excited about. Also, the rest of you will probably be excited to know I've been tidying up the Halloween section, because as often happens between seasons, it gets a little piled up with junk. It's just kind of where boxes from packages and things end up. And so did a whole bunch of tidying in there, and just about ready to do a whole slew of update videos. Also containing stuff from the past several months, actually. Items dating back to October. So October until now, essentially. So I'm probably going to be starting to film those sometime this week, coming up. So if you want to stop by the behind-the-scenes streams on Twitch, please feel free. I'll be filming the entire process, from filming to editing and stuff like that. Any Criterion, Merkers asks, after we discussed yesterday how I don't buy very many Criterions because they're fucking expensive. So the answer to that is no. No Criterion.
Yes.
We don't get the nice half-price sales here in Canada. They are full price all the freaking time. So as much as I'd love
I thought maybe they were asking me.
As much
The
as I'd
answer to
love
that
to
is
drop...
Yes, I did get one.
So what? Because I didn't get Criterion, whatever else I got just automatically sucks? Okay, I see how it is.
That's right.
No, there's other stuff. I got, a lot of Shout Factory stuff, and some studio releases, and some Arrow stuff, and, the Criterions of horror. So,
Arrow?
Arrow?
Those
Yeah,
are
I got some Arrow
actually.
stuff.
That's a legit.
Do you know who the
thing to
Criterion
say.
of Arrow is? Or the Criterion of Horror is actually Vinegar Syndrome.
And Arrow, come on. Arrow is absolutely...
really good.
Yeah, I know, but Arrow is absolutely 110% on the same level as Vinegar Syndrome. Come on. In fact, in some ways, I'd say they're superior with, like, some of the pack-ins and stuff. Yeah, not ooh. What does Vinegar Syndrome give you? A fucking slipcover. Arrow gives you an 84-page book full of legit fascinating essays about the making
They
of
give
the
you
film.
books, too.
Yeah.
Point
Give a
of
book
order.
Whatever.
And
Point
bonus
of order
full
about
content.
Vinegar
I
Syndrome.
will take
too.
no sloughing
They
of
put-
Arrow.
Arguably, they put more effort into the actual image quality and
Yeah.
remastering effort than Arrow does.
But
Arrow has a lot of-
does that
hold on.
too.
Arrow has a lot of studio released
Not to the same extent.
masters.
Yes, they
Meanwhile,
used to.
Vinegar Syndrome,
Back in the beginning.
they still do.
And they also
a lot
do a
of
lot
the
of their own remastering.
Yes. And Vinegar Syndrome does remasters every single thing they do to the Criterion
Well,
level.
that's great. Thanks for shitting all
So I
over
think-
my love of Arrow, which I was actually echoing
I love
you
Arrow.
because you
I love
said
Arrow.
that.
I'm just saying they're not better than Vinegar Syndrome.
we're
Oh, I'm fucking saying.
shitting on
And that Vinegar Syndrome is the Criterion of
shitting on Scream Factory, which legit
Well,
deserves to be shat on
they
a lot
deserve
of
to
the
be
time
shit on
because they
half the
get
time.
nothing but studio masters and pass them off as big new things.
They want to charge you $30 for Screamers, and there's no fucking commentary. Are you
Yeah.
fucking shitting me?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
that's the kind of shit. But
Their
no,
pricing
Arrow
is
don't have
bullshit.
those problems. I love
No.
Arrow.
Arrow's wonderful.
I'm
Arrow,
just saying,
Arrow has
in
sales.
the hierarchy, they're like third best. Like
Yeah.
it's not bad. You know,
Anyway,
not a bad place to be. They're on the podium.
Anyway, I didn't get any Criterions.
Me either.
I did.
Great.
I got a Criterion.
Must be nice.
I got a Scream Factory.
Hey,
release.
thanks, Brinsley.
To be fair, I think this says literally everything.
Super. What does that say?
That's why I have one
Super
pickup
like.
this week.
I've been stamped with a super like. Thank you. Thank you,
Okay.
Brinsley. I super
What were you
like.
saying?
I super like you too, Finsley. Brindles.
So what I was saying
Brinkley.
was
Oh my god.
that the reason that I only have one
Stop.
pickup and Sean has 6 pickups
Stop.
What? What's the reason,
I
Stout?
hate
because
everyone.
my one pickup is a Criterion.
Okay.
Furthering your point that they
I
are
won't do
too
that again.
expensive.
They're
Yes.
very. I don't think they're too expensive. They're as expensive as they need to be. They are just expensive.
yeah.
There's nothing wrong with
Yeah.
them being expensive.
See, in the case of like Criterion, it's absolutely justified because of all of the effort they legit put into their releases. I mean, they do a lot of remastering. They do a lot of, again, like Arrow, they'll do like pack-in books and stuff. And
They do more than anyone else. Period.
Yeah,
They just do.
it is a film, a film boutique label run by fans of film who are genuinely passionate about film.
Yeah.
And it shows. And a lot of the other boutique labels are like that too. I mean, Vinegar Syndrome, absolutely. Arrow, absolutely. Was it Synapse and all the stuff they've been
Synapse.
doing for
Underground are both really great.
yeah, and
Grindhouse releasing.
yeah, it's good stuff. So anyway, I got 6 things, none of which are Criterions. So, yeah,
But hey, you got some pretty good shit, sounds like it. So.
I did.
I got a mattress cover.
I got some that I've been wanting for a very long time. A couple of holy grails, actually, that at least one of which has not been available on any home video format, at least in North America, for probably a good decade, if not longer. So
1, Sean, I sent your box out yesterday.
Yay!
2, have you bought the McPherson tapes yet?
No.
Oh, yep.
All of my money went to other things.
I just need to know.
Yeah, okay.
That's good.
That's good that I didn't buy it. Okay.
Not bad.
Is that a not too subtle hint? I still need to get the Poughkeepsie tapes, which is actually fairly cheap, and I'm probably going to include that in my next order. It's like $22, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe US.
definitely want to get that.
I pre-ordered it 22.
Did you?
Way
It's
back in the day.
22.
Oh, yeah.
It's 22 Canadian right now.
Yeah.
So
It's like 16 US.
like
It's really cheap.
stupid cheap. So I have no excuse not to get it.
Have you seen it? Or you've seen the bootleg cut?
I've seen the bootleg cut.
So,
Yeah,
For those who don't know,
yeah.
Poughkeepsie tapes is a found footage film in the form of a mockumentary.
Yeah.
So it's a documentary, fake documentary,
It's
where they
great.
interview experts about this guy who was is a supposed expert watching
You
this.
mean McPherson tapes?
No,
No,
Poughkeepsie
talking about
tapes.
the
Oh, you're talking
tape.
about Poughkeepsie tapes. Okay.
Yeah. The
I'm
Poughkeepsie
asking if
tapes.
you bought McPherson tape.
Yeah.
Tape. Stoudman. If not, I need to know.
Yes, I have not bought it yet, and probably won't be able to.
No, it'll have a mass release. It just won't have a slipcover. That's only.
I know. I would like it with the slipcover. It's a pretty slipcover.
It is
That's why it's spelled eBay.
I don't know.
very limited.
The problem is I can only order it from Vinegar Syndrome through
Correct.
their website, which means
Yep.
from the States, which means it's going to end up costing me like $80
You have
after
to send it to Stoudman, and then
after-
Stoudman.
after all is said and done. Well, even then, it's not. It's prohibitively expensive.
I was gonna say
shipping
Stoudman.
is so fucking expensive.
Yeah.
Stoudman, if you got a box from Vinegar Syndrome, and it had some stuff in it, and I told you to send some of it on to Sean, would you or would you not do it?
What's he gonna say? No, I would not do that.
He might say he doesn't want to. He might say he doesn't want to. That's why I'm asking him.
I send it on to you. Send it to him.
I send it right back to you.
Oh, word.
The most redundant delivery process.
Sometime in the next decade, it might get to me.
How rude. Exactly, Dale. Rude. How rude. It only took me 5 years to ship that box.
Yeah, that's actually. Yeah, I think it was
It
more
is.
like
It only took me 5
I think it
years.
was more like 7 because I know.
No. I sent you another box prior to that.
No, because I know what one of the items is, and that was a film that came out in 2013. Hey, holy shit, Christopher! Whoa!
Thanks, 007.
Whoa!
Item
Thanks, 007.
that you know.
Whoa.
I can't remember what you do and don't know if it's in that
Just
box.
took over without like even blinking. Took over the Stream Boss spot. Wow, that's awesome, dude. Thank you so much. And perfect timing because getting towards the end of the month, always good to get
Desperately
those
need to
donos
pay
in.
rent.
Exactly, yeah. Rent is good. I like having a roof over my head.
Don't we all?
In the harsh climes of British Columbia. Iceman, fuck, I'm down. Yeah. Thanks so much, dude. I really appreciate that.
I'm buying McPherson tapes for you and Sean, and then you send Sean his copy.
Send one. Oh, that would be...
Okay. Yeah, no, I'll do that.
I would
was
love you
fucking
even
around.
more
I
than
would
I
do that.
already do. just a smidgen more if you did that. That'd be wonderful.
1 second while I go see if it's still available, because it was down to like 100 releases last I checked.
Damn. Well, to be fair, it is a pretty obscure
268. Oh, good. We're gonna go.
one. Yay!
I don't know if it's gonna let me do this. I just realized. Oh, fuck! Is it limited to one? Oh no, I can't do it, huh? So, important note.
Hola,
blah, blah,
fuckers.
blah, blah, blah. Oh, hold on. What can I add? Oh, okay, never mind.
Hey, Ryan Chataway again.
All right, I'll take care of that later.
Hola.
Right.
You have a system.
I have a system.
So
Cats always has a
Legendary
system.
catchphrase.
so anyway,
Cats always has a system.
so getting back to what I was trying to say before to hype up the people, update videos coming soon. Stay tuned. So there's a whole bunch of them, probably about 10 or so.
This year, Halloween
Oh.
starts in June.
That's
Oh, I think I remember.
May.
So, Sean, one of the ones the thing you're talking about is a movie that's a remake, right?
Yes.
The movie. Okay. All right. Now I remember what that is. Okay.
Yeah. That was the
Okay.
one.
What fucking movie? I said you're going to. What the
Because
fuck?
it was, I remember you said I was gonna buy it because everybody's saying, "Oh, it's actually surprisingly good." I'm like, "Okay,
Really good.
I'll go get it." And you're like, "No, don't buy it. I'm gonna get
All
it
right.
for you." I'm like, "Okay."
That was, by the way, the
So-
first thing in that package.
So here it is, 7 years later. I still have not seen this film because
and
I've
by
been
the way,
waiting.
The reason why, and I did send you another package prior. The reason why they didn't
You
make
did
it the first
actually, yeah, you
time,
did.
I forgot to put it in the package.
Right.
And that's why there's one item.
That's
the
right,
one
yeah.
item is 7 years old. The rest are like 5.
That seems to be a trend. And then Stoud sent that massive Christmas package for Rose and I. And there was one particular item I was really excited about, like the one thing I knew he was sending, and that was the one thing he forgot to put in.
It's in my package. I
Like,
sent it to
damn
you.
it.
I'm pretty sure I put it in my package. He sent it to me
Sent
now.
the wrong person. Yeah, no,
Exactly
the
right.
thing is, I forgot to put it in there, and then I was like, "Well, I guess you're gonna have to send it to him."
So there's one item, Blu-ray size, that is wrapped. You do not open it. That is
Okay.
the mystery movie. For
Oh,
the mystery
okay.
movie night.
Oh, okay.
Rosie has a gift that's wrapped, and then
Okay.
your other Christmas present is the McPherson tape.
Okay.
The way to
Spoiler.
get this gift card, the way to get this
Oh my
Rosie gift card for that.
We're just being bombarded by the soundboard here. Ryan and JL have joined forces.
And I probably won't be sending
Did
you
you
such
hear
big
that?
packages ever again, because it was like $87 shipping.
Oh my god. Yeah, well, it doesn't surprise me. I
Like
know you've
16
been
pounds or something.
building that package for a while.
Ridiculous.
There's toys and
Ugh.
movies, books
Yeah.
and comics. There's a bunch of comics in there for you.
Nice.
That's the problem. Like, if you send only media,
Yeah.
it might cost less because
Yeah.
of like the media mail.
Yeah.
But when you send multiple different items,
Yeah.
That's how they fuck you. That's
Well,
like,
also,
you actually,
also
when you do media
weight.
mail, it has to
Goes
be
by
one
weight.
type of media.
Yeah.
The rules for media mail, it has to be one type of media. You can't even have mixed media in the package.
Yeah.
So you have to send 2 different media packages if you want to do that.
I don't think we have media mail here.
I was
We
gonna say,
can't
we don't
do-
have media
We
mail in
can't do
Canada.
international media mail anymore. We're talking media mail is when we ship to each other. It
Yeah.
costs him like $5-6 to send me a stack of fucking Blu-rays or something because
Nice.
media mail.
Yeah.
It takes 2
Yeah.
weeks to get to me, but who gives a shit?
Yeah.
You know. But you know
Slow
that's
but
not
cheap.
available. The only thing that's available for you is air, unfortunately.
I just had to check the obituaries list. There was one other
That's
I
so
wanted.
fucking long.
Oh my god. Yeah, it got
16
missed.
people, I think.
There's another one to add to the list actually. I just have to
Oh, lovely.
Thanks for all the bits, guys.
Whoop whoop.
Bits explosion. Oh, 1 bit at a time. Thanks. Thanks,
You
Ryan.
fix that, you turn it up
You
to
just-
2 bits, and it's 2 bits a time. And you're
Oh.
like, fuck you, 3 bits. Ha ha ha.
Another single bit.
You should be doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I think he's just milking his last like 5
I
bits as much as he possibly can.
Probably. Love you, Ryan. Yes, we're keeping it at 1. It's being silly, guys. Don't worry. The hype train engine is humming. Yeah, I know. It's getting ready to roar.
Okay, yeah, there we go. I'll just leave that page open.
Turn it on. I'm tired of troll comments, so I turned on followers.
We don't even have to do anything. The viewers are keeping the show going. Hey, we got the hype train going. Shit, I didn't even notice. Holy shit, hype train. Hype train. Hype train. We're at 46%. Now's the time. Now's the time to blow your bit, soundboard, and subscription and gift sub load. Let's get that hype
Reminder.
train rolling.
subs and gift subs count for more towards this than bits and stuff.
Oh my
Just a
god.
reminder.
Wow.
And someone's trying to bust into the apartment.
I think I'm going to continue my sub with money. Sean?
Holy shit. I can't hear a thing you're saying because they're getting bombarded with the soundboard.
Proceed!
Getting bombarded with dick.
Getting bombarded with dick, yes. Oh, 77%. Holy shit, Jail just unleashed another elf burp. All the alerts are overlapping. There's so many of them. I have to move the alert box.
you
I
hear
think.
that?
Yeah. There we go. Let's put the alert box down here. There. That's better.
What is my password?
I don't know. I
Oh.
love the cock. 69. Holy moly, we're at
Which way should I go now?
80. Which way should I go now? We're at 87%. We're almost there. We've got. It looks is the counter resetting every time we get something? Did they change that? Which is good if they did, because it actually gives us a little more time. 91%.
See, now I get how this thing
91%.
works. So I didn't know where to look for it on the screen.
Wow! You're an idiot!
What is my
94% Starscream calling us all idiots. Excellent. Thank you, dude. Love you, man. Just
Why is
keeps
this-
going.
I wanted to like renew my sub. My
96,
fucking thing won't work, so I
What?
can't
Really?
renew my goddamn sub.
99. There we go.
Oh, we got it. Level 1. Level 1. God damn it. And somebody
Yay,
else. Somebody's still
congratulations.
trying to bust into the apartment. Hype. Actually, what am I doing? Hype.
Good job.
Hype.
everyone.
There we go. Hype.
Log into Dashlane so I can figure out my password because I can't remember my fucking Amazon password.
That's great.
It is awesome, lovely.
What a coincidence.
Oops.
There we go. So it looks like it gives us a little more time to hit level 2. We have never hit level 2 before. Can we
That is
do it
not true.
today? There we go.
We've died in level 2 so many times.
We have
Yeah, but we've never made it.
Well, no, we've never
We've got
made
it.
it to level 2.
No, we haven't got through.
That's
no,
what-
but we
yeah.
made it to level 2. We haven't
Yeah.
got it past level 2.
Correct. So, level 2 is a little trickier. You'll have to pull out all the stops. We've never completed level 2. That's correct.
That is correct.
Oh, here we go, Jail. Bringing some evil to the party. I need to get like an arm for the camera or something. There we go. We're at 14% for level 2.
Stop saying that.
The reason they trigger things like the Elf Burp and Evil is they're two of the more expensive ones. That's why they're so long, because they cost more, in case anyone was wondering. So, Worm Disease dropping some bits. Our highest was, yeah, I think our highest...
Oh my god, finally figured that. Hold on.
Never fear, Mario is here.
View my purchase, please.
That's
Nice.
such a perfect sound clip, too. I can't believe that.
I love that. I love that. Complete my $5 a month purchase, please. Yay!
Oh, here we go. Skinslip converted from a Twitch Prime sub to a Tier 1 sub, dropping the big bucks.
I'm preparing for Stoudman to begin streaming. So now, Stoudman, you have to start streaming.
That's right.
I've got $5 to give you every month.
As soon as I
Unbelievable.
lose
This
my
guy says he's a
job.
Star Wars fan, but he
35%
doesn't
and
even have
Stoudman
the
educating
Ewok
us on
movies.
what a real Star
Those are
Wars
the
fan
best
is.
ones. How can you call yourself a real Star Wars fan if you don't have the original
Ow.
Ewok
Very
movies?
proud to say I have the Ewok movies. I guess that makes me a real Star Wars fan.
I'm the guy who said that, and I don't even have those movies.
I don't either.
That's hilarious. I think they're.
I don't
they
have
got,
the original trilogy. I don't have any of the 6 original films.
They
either.
got one DVD release, and it's long out of print.
I only have the new movies. I haven't actually bought any of the classic movies yet. No, I don't have any edition.
At the very least, even with the problems with the additions, that is, the box set of the first 6 is great for extras. It has
I know.
so many archival extras and
I'm
documentaries.
so tired of them
like that.
reissuing it every
I
few
know.
years. I just said I'm good. I'll wait until they release the regular editions, but
Yeah,
I don't think it's ever gonna happen.
no. I mean,
And I don't want to give them $60 for it. I'm sorry.
there's a
I
few.
don't care.
It's like 6 movies. It's like the
I don't give
equivalent
a
of
fuck.
$10 a movie.
And how many times have they sold it to you for that
One
much?
second.
But
They've made their money. I want
I know.
I'm
Yeah,
good.
but they haven't made it off of you. You don't even have one edition.
anymore.
Going to get
I used to
lapel.
have it. I bought it several times before.
I'm saying, I know how much you love extras. Even if you just buy it
Yep.
for the extras, it's worth it. That set.
I'm aware.
So
Just do it!
that's right.
Make your dreams come true!
Just do it.
Too much money.
Too much money. Bullshit. That excuse does not hold water with you, Ms. I
don't
love Vinegar
buy-
Syndrome and buy everything that they ever put out.
And they don't sell things for $60. I don't buy their things. I don't. There's plenty of boxes that I haven't
2
bought. 'cause it's too
movies from
expensive.
Vinegar Syndrome equals the entire Star Wars set. Come on.
Actually, no, it doesn't. It's $50 free shipping because I'm in the U.S.
Okay, well, whatever.
So it
The
actually
point
isn't.
is, for what you pay for like 2 or 3 movies, you could have got
Better
that
handled,
set
better-
instead.
I'll enjoy more because
So-
they're new and interesting, and also have millions of special features.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm okay.
did I see the new Fortnite set? I did.
Also-
You're talking about the X-Force ones? Yes.
Do you know what would be bought well before Star Wars?
What?
Miami Vice.
Fucking A, it better be.
That's $40.
It's $40.
So it's like that's more likely to get bought than Star
I
Wars.
think.
Yes,
Did
get
anyone
that
buy
first,
that
'cause
for you? Because I was urging people to buy it for you.
no one fucking bought me. anything.
It's
Come on.
$40, and it's
Nobody's gonna
beautiful.
fucking buy me anything.
Well,
$40. No,
That's
I'm a
not true.
peanut.
well, we
That's not
got a
true.
little.
I have great fans who've bought me plenty of things. So none of your fans are gonna buy me. anything.
The hype train has left the building. We got to, I think we got to 45% this time, didn't we? Isn't that a new record
I
for level
guarantee
2?
I guarantee a third of your audience doesn't even like me, and are on the side of
Probably.
those people who always tell you to like, you need to get rid of
Hell,
Skinslip.
a third of my audience doesn't even like me, so they
That's
just
always a given.
they just hate watch me, and Oh, he posted a video. Thumbs down because he posted a video. 8 subscriptions.
It wasn't a video I wanted.
Yeah, exactly. More Fortnite.
That's really the thought
Thumbs
process.
down. Yeah,
And whatever, at least it's an interaction.
exactly.
I'd rather that than
Princey's
nothing
like,
at
I hate all of you. Excellent. See, there you go.
all. Aw.
I hate you all equally. Well, at
It's
least
so
you're not.
sweet,
At least
Brinsley.
you're not playing favorites. I mean,
It's
that's
an equal.
Yeah, I know.
warms our hearts. Yeah.
Warms our
Equality
cockles.
nice.
Yes. That's not unusual for Mill Creek releases, though, Markers. I mean, they are budget releases. You just said the problem with Miami Vice set is it doesn't have subtitles. But
Oh, I hate that, but there's nothing I can
yeah,
do about it.
there's. I mean, that's Mill Creek. They are a, you know, Ryan says 3/4 of my audience doesn't watch me, so they aren't my audience.
Literally everyone. Literally everyone, Ryan. Everyone has that
Hold on,
problem.
hold on.
Yeah.
You get like a quarter of your audience watching you. You realize I only get like 10%.
I know. I get maybe
Yeah, if I'm
1%.
I get like 10. I have
sure
1,000
that is no
subscribers, and I'm lucky if my videos get 20 viewers. So.
Aw, thanks, Ryan.
I was gonna say, I guarantee you, 120 of the 125 people that subscribe to me on YouTube don't even know I exist. They probably subscribe to me and have long since deleted their accounts, or don't even watch YouTube or even remember that they even subscribe to me. So
Yeah.
Yep.
Some
I think
random
actually
video
when I was
of yours.
reviewing my subs once, I'm like, who is this? Oh, it's Eric. I didn't remember who the channel was.
That's funny. Well, you've had a couple of channels, I think, haven't you, Garbage?
yeah,
Yeah.
I had my OG channel from like 2006,
Oh, yes.
Or whatever.
Was that,
from right after.
I
I
remember that one.
was that
Smeckledorf.
Smeckledorf?
Meckledorf. Yeah.
I'm still
yeah,
subscribed.
Like, who
I'm
is
still
this?
subscribed to that one.
I think I am too.
That's not even a word, and I agree with you.
Was that the one with all the public service announcements from the Pablo? Yes.
Yep.
Yeah,
It was
back
the
when I was
magic on
called
the Pablo.
He was the
exactly.
Pablo,
I remember, that's what
yeah.
I'm saying. Like, it's the one with the Pablo on it.
The
yeah.
Pablo.
Back when me and
I
back
love
when
those.
right when I first met Stoud, and me and Stoud had a battle going on for how long? Easily a year. I would think. And it was we'd make PSAs back and forth at each other, see who could make
Oh.
the funnier one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
remember.
awesome.
I remember seeing a few of those, and I always loved them because they're just so
I think-
random and silly.
I still say I think I won that battle purely with the Arnold Schwarzenegger riding Falcor.
You did. That was the best one.
This has been a public service announcement from the Pablo. Oh, I remember. Yeah, I remember that
Then I
one.
found the baseball card of a guy named Rusty Kuntz.
Oh my God, Rusty. I
It's
think
a
we talked about
real
this.
baseball player, by the way.
Real baseball
card.
player.
I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Rusty cunts. Well,
Um,
it's pronounced
actually,
cunts.
one I remember from Smeckledorf was that black and white film that you did. And my comment was, I'm like, this reminds me of the Family Guy film with the clown flipping pancake at the end. And you
I
told me
didn't
I wasn't the
hear-
first person who made that
See,
comparison.
now I gotta go back to my.
There's always a Family Guy clip.
It's always a reference to Family Guy with Eric.
Well,
Yes.
Oh, wait.
yeah, well, that's how he and I bonded.
That's
Yeah.
true.
No, I mean, you know,
Love the Family Guy.
nothing wrong with that.
Oh yeah, the very last video I did was 7 years ago, and it was actually one of my first attempts at an actual like voiceover Let's Play.
I haven't got a chance to watch
Nice.
that video yet, Ryan. I do have it open. I do intend to watch it.
Oh,
I
is
do
that the
intend
one
to
I
leave a
farted
comment
at the
when I
end?
finish it.
Yay. She'll say,
Garbage is-
nice video.
Yeah,
Probably.
GGP episode 1. It was.
I
Half-Life 2
totally
Fallout.
watched it.
Oh, never mind.
No.
I was thinking of the one that I farted at the end of.
Which
You
one?
know, that actually that is on my current channel.
That's what I thought.
Cass's YouTube channel is full of videos of
Yeah, that
car
was-
speedometers and farts.
That was some of my earliest
One-
Twitch streams I did, and I was playing an old retro style game, and I had Stoud, I think Skinslip, and Cass.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're all-
I think it was just the three of us.
By the
And we
way,
were just chatting.
if you want to check out all of the YouTube channels of all of the SNI gang, you will find them in the description of SNI. I've been adding them for ages
Nice.
now. So,
And,
since we're talking about
our-
the old channel from Garbage Gamer, I'll add that one to the list so you can check out some of these these old videos.
Oh yeah, no, it's in like
Years
the last
ago.
minute
They're
of the
funny.
video, and yeah, you're like talking about the game you played or something like that. And you can actually hear the squeak of my chair leaning back. Then you just hear this like into the mic.
Oh,
See, what was
today.
funny is
Well, 007, I believe
Today-
we're going to do some drum streams here soon.
Well, because it's when I have the
Yeah.
laptop too, so like that it picked up like all of the background noise.
Well, like I said, what was funny about it was back then when you exported from Twitch to YouTube, it automatically cut your video into 15-minute lengths.
Oh, yeah,
Am I-
that's optional
that-
now.
that-
Yeah.
The section just happened to be like 15 minutes and like 45 seconds, so it cut it into
That's
two videos. So the video ended with him farting, and then the next video was just us laughing our asses
Oh,
off. and
right, I
explaining
remember
it.
that.
Talking about
Yeah.
the fart,
Yeah. I
was
remember
ready to
that
try
one,
to
yeah.
see, like, it sounds like you're sitting in an inch of water in a
Was,
bathtub.
I was going to say, today, Rosie was playing some more Destiny 2, and then I made her dinner. So I bring over her dinner, and it's just, a bowl of meaty pasta. And she sets the controller down on the couch and starts to eat her pasta, and I'm just sitting here on the computer, and I just hear, I'm like, and I look over, and she looks at me, and she's like, it was the controller. The controller vibrated. It wasn't me. I'm like, sure it was. Like, just looking at food makes you fart. So, yeah.
Well, the one
I
I
chose
remember
the worst
was,
moment to vibrate.
I remember an incident one. I was thinking of this the other day when I was probably like 9 or so. And of course, I had always seen my brother do the thing where, like, if we were sitting on the floor playing video games, he always leaned to one side to fart.
Oh, yes.
And that was like his trademark, which I always thought was
You have
hilarious.
to release the valve.
Yeah, so rather than just into the floor.
Yes.
So I started doing it, and of course I would like do it really comically because I thought it was really funny in that. So it was one time, actually, I think Jason was over, of course, the Jason videos fame,
Oh, yes.
and unbeknownst to me, because I think I was playing the game or I was watching Jason play,
Mm-hmm.
Sean was reaching in to grab his cigarettes.
Yeah, yeah.
Right as I leaned to the side, it's like that was right in my face.
Yes.
That had to be the
Whoopsie.
direction I leaned.
Uh-huh.
Whoopsie.
Great timing. 007 says, I'm pretty sure girls don't fart. That's where butterflies are born.
Someone's lying to you, buddy.
Uh-huh.
I can confirm that one is not true.
God, I made some dumb fucking videos back then.
He's just looking at your old...
Well,
yeah,
some of them
that's great.
you're in them.
I'm
Actually.
in them? Oh,
Yeah, there's
good.
two.
Go see some old
There's-
Zaranyzerak silliness.
Mouse and a
They're
Harley.
right behind the scenes.
I'm sorry. Mouse and a Harley? Well, anytime I rip, I just say Mouse and a Harley, Buster says in the chat.
Okay.
Oh my god. Well, Ryan, please keep your fetishes to yourself.
I was just thinking it.
I mean, good for you, but keep them to yourself.
Well, no, he's into farting into French
Just
tongues or whatever it was.
Do it! Make your dreams come true!
Is this the one?
They're funny.
Oh, this is the one. Yeah, I was going to say, there's a bunch of Beast King Go Lion episodes here. Like, oh, yeah, no, this is it.
Yeah, that was back when I found Funimation's YouTube channel.
I
And they
see
had
a very young Garbage Gamer here. Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, I will grab
Here's-
this. add
Oh,
it to
Ryan.
the SNI.
Team my bro.
Ryan likes to see where the line is drawn.
He found the line and completely obliterated it by stumbling drunk across it.
Oh, boy. I have to see what he said. What did he say? What inappropriate things he says? Girl, wow. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah.
I told you.
You can all just
Oh,
read it
okay.
on the screen. It's still there, so yeah. Shame on you, Ryan.
That is
Shame.
yourself.
Yes, we haven't muted Ryan Chataway yet.
And Ryan Chataway.
Crossing the line. You don't know where the line is. I think you just you're in the dark about the
You
line.
just stumble around and occasionally trip over the
Starting the
line.
line.
Oh, and he's,
I don't know.
well,
I think
and he's
found
had the
line,
bronze.
snorted.
He he's got the bronze things that he's in third place with a big count. I thought that was the poop emoji.
Oh.
His name too. So just thinking, how perfect is that?
It's awesome.
What? I didn't turn monetization on for last week's SNI. God damn it. All that money I could have made.
Well, like I said, Buster, I don't care what your fetish is. Just keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
They're your fetishes. I don't need to hear them. You
Well-
and your partner are the only people who should know about it.
Mine are. No, I'm just kidding.
Where do I begin?
Let me count the waves.
He's got a double jointed head? What? Why? His head's on a ball joint and then also on a regular joint. Okay.
There we go.
He can take really bad power bombs now on his neck. Sorry, I'm talking about an action figure I have on my hand.
I've got a golden ticket.
Part of tonight's pickups. Just like I just picked him up because I was fidgeting and whoa, hey,
Okay.
he's got a double jointed neck.
I just I have the case for my noise canceling headphones here, but my noise canceling headphones were in another box. I'm like, what the hell's in this case? Because it's got weight. I just found a stack of like CDs and stuff.
You were one of those people who puts the DVD in the wrong case and then keeps cascading down to the next thing until you can't find anything.
100%.
Stop it.
Don't do that.
Get some help.
Bad.
Just stop it. That's
Get
nonsense.
some help. Yeah.
I am working on organizing my DVDs.
Just that thing,
It's
putting the disc in the wrong case. It's nonsense.
Yes, it's very simple. What you do to stop doing that is put the DVD in the
Stop.
correct case.
You keep doing that until you run out of cases to put DVDs in or DVDs to put away.
And that's literally it. Just put
Yeah.
it in the correct case and just you stop that by just stopping
cat.
that.
I need archives.
Okay, are we done shaming Cass for his life?
No.
no, I
Just
think
that one small
there's-
aspect. That's it. I'm never done shaming you about it until you stop
And
it.
when you set aside a waste bin
Everything else that your life
to
is fine
use
with.
as recycle,
Oh my god. too
actually
far.
put recyclable
lines,
items in it.
Speaking of crossing lines,
I actually bought a new recycling bin this week.
Did
oh
you?
Pick up
motherfucker.
spoilers.
I used my recycle bin this week for recycle. It had cardboard in it, and I took
Yeah,
it
so
out
did mine.
and put it
Mine
in
has recycling in it.
the cardboard.
I have a system,
Yeah.
and I actually am using the system.
Oh my
now.
god!
Oh my god.
The first time
I
in
have a
history, I have a system, and I'm
system.
actually implementing it. Hey, look at
Uh-huh.
that! Look at
So
that!
this is all paper in it.
Excellent.
Oh, whoa, the system's working!
Oh
the
my
system's
god!
working!
It's working! It's working! Star Wars. Anyway,
I just want to say I'm still really proud of myself for the way that I took that fucking movie game and made it a Tom Hanks movies only game and
Yes.
made it work.
I was
yeah.
amazed at how well that works. It just
For
made
those-
diversity.
for those
what are you talking
who
about?
doesn't know, someone in the Movie Talk channel, I think Angel, posted it first
Okay.
from her Facebook
Yeah.
into our Movie Talk channel with her answers for this movie thing where you answered a bunch of questions about your favorite movies and stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
And so then a bunch of people did it. I did it. Stoudman did it.
Yeah.
Stoudman made it harder on himself by doing just Tom Hanks.
Excellent.
He wanted to show off.
Uh-huh.
There's like 15 to 20 movies you have to list off. You know, favorite horror movie, favorite
Tommy,
You know,
favorite
comedy,
80s film,
romance,
favorite this, favorite that. It's
I
like,
could
yeah.
see, I could see finding enough
favorite
Tom Hanks
soundtrack.
movies
Yeah.
for that. He says
Yeah.
quite a
That's
robust
what he- I
and
was- it was
varied
impressive. He did
filmography. Yeah.
He did it.
Favorite
You
children's
do it
movie,
Christopher Lee
Toy
pretty
Story.
easily, I think.
Favorite
Christopher
horror
Lee was like
movie, The
150
Green
movies.
Mile. You know.
Yeah, he did that. He did all that. Yeah.
Yeah. The Green
Well,
Mile.
my favorite horror movie was The Burbs, but yeah.
The Burbs is a good one too. Yeah. Both movies that I need to get on Blu-ray: The Burbs and
Hi,
Green Mile.
Sherlock. Hi, baby. How are you?
Thankfully,
I
there are
remember-
several different ways to get The Burbs.
Was it? Did I took you? I think didn't I cast to see The Green Mile? Because I got.
I believe so. Yeah, I know I saw
Oh,
it.
how old was Cass
I
when you
got
started?
it
Ray's
was.
like
I think it was a
probably
chapters.
13
Yeah, it was
years.
chapters. We had gotten an opportunity to go to like an advanced screening of it, so nobody had seen it. We were like one of the first audiences to see it, and I think I was able to take one person with me. I didn't have a girlfriend, so of course I'd take my brother.
You're a little bother.
I don't know if I went to that one with you though, because I was. I feel like all of like our usual movie-going family was there when I saw it.
Maybe.
I think so. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure it's
maybe I didn't go with you. No, I might not have gone. No, you might have gone to see it with the regular gang. I can't remember.
I
It's
think
all
I
kind of a blur. But I remember. The one thing I do remember is I saw it at an advanced screening, and none of us knew what we were into. Very few people had actually read the book, and I remember the manager of the theater got up and did a little intro. And he says, "Yeah, so we're going to be showing The Green Mile. Running time is a little over 3 hours," and everyone's just like, "Oh my god!" Like we didn't know it was going to be a long movie, but we're like, "Okay, I guess we're here for."
Let me go pee real
Good
quick.
thing
Hold
I got
on.
the large popcorn. Yeah, and then so we all watched it, and we're all laughing at the funny parts and enjoying the everything. And then when it gets to the end, no spoilers, obviously. Not a dry eye in the house. Like, holy shit. Like, just everybody was just bawling at the end.
That movie fucking scarred me, dude.
Yeah.
Well, that's why. That's
Yeah.
where it came up on the list. Was
Yeah.
It was the top movie that makes you cry? And I
Oh,
put it on
yeah.
the list.
Okay,
I
yeah.
wanted to put it as my favorite Tom Hanks movie, but
Yeah.
I didn't want to have it in twice, so I picked another Tom Hanks one.
Yeah, no,
I think I put
that's,
The Birds as my favorite Tom Hanks movie.
I
that's
think
a
I
good
put
one.
Catch Me If You Can.
I don't think I've ever
That's a good
seen
one.
that one.
I don't think I've seen that.
That's with Leo as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Spielberg
Yeah.
and Leo.
Spielberg,
To me,
Leo,
that
Tom
was
Hanks.
it was a close
Yeah.
between that and The Terminal. I think for me, for my favorite.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like The Terminal.
There's
That's a
still
good
a
one.
bunch of Tom Hanks movies I need to see. I've seen
I think
most
there's like
of his
maybe
older
5 I
stuff.
haven't seen from Tom Hanks,
But,
and like 3 from Spielberg.
Yeah, there's
that
quite
it?
a few.
Some of those few people I've seen the most. of.
Gotta love the Hankster.
Stanley Tucci's actually brilliant in that one as well.
Oh, Stanley Tucci's awesome and everything. Fucking great actor.
Personal actor.
Ryan the bits. Ding, 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 ding,
the
ding, ding.
single bit, really, Ryan?
Slowly chipping away at Chris, 007's
Damn it.
stream leaderboard there.
Just like one hit point at a time.
think
Hey,
Catchphrase is a good movie.
Stewie! Or no, wait a minute, who was that? I can't see who it is.
You think
D-Large.
D-Large, Duncan. Sorry, I didn't get the text notification, and the purple's really hard to read. I should probably change the color on that alert. But
Not
thank you, Duncan. Thank you, Duncan.
It's not that there's no love for Castaway. It's just
20.
it's
Wait a
better
minute.
film.
Wait a minute. 24 months for Duncan. Just hit the 2-year mark. Woohoo! Thanks, dude. 2
There are
years
easily
running.
5 better Tom Hanks movies than Castaway. Not that Castaway's bad. There's just 5 better Tom Hanks movies. He's been in a lot of really good movies.
Yep. So anyway, 2
Wow.
years for Duncan Large. Woo! 2 years.
Duncan,
24
2 years.
months.
Whoop, whoop, whoop,
The
whoop.
T-Man.
Vuvuzelas. Woo!
Yes. I like the money pit. That is my answer to that question.
I like
I actually thought of putting that.
The airplane sequence gives me anxiety. I can't.
I
do
like that movie too.
it. What else?
Which,
Castaway.
oh, I was like,
So I
what
start
airplane sequence in
Castaway.
the money pit?
I start Castaway.
I
he gets on
remember
the airplane, and
Airplane
I drink-
flies into the
You
house.
know,
I go to
Cass.
the kitchen and go start getting snacks ready while the airplane's happening. I can hear it in the background. And I
Uh,
come back after the crash. I can't watch it.
That's understandable.
Cool.
because
I
it
saw
actually
one,
very-
and
Did you ever
it's very
see?
realistic
Did
and
you ever
very-
see Alive? That has one of the
Yeah, when I was
greatest.
very young.
That is one of the greatest airplane crash scenes ever put on film.
I can't.
It's
I never can never
spectacular.
watch it again. I haven't.
Didn't you just get the airport movies?
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Speaking of
I have a
like
problem with
movies that center entirely around plane crashes.
ones that are realistic. Like I can
Yeah.
see like a fake one.
Yeah, fair
Things
enough.
that are like the Turbulence movies. Those
so-
are just fun.
So,
you know, it's
Cass,
entertaining.
I was gonna say you could have put The Money Pit as the Tom Hanks movie that makes you cry, because I remember
Oh yeah.
when Cass was
I just
little.
remember this.
Yeah, when Cass was little, I guess Mom thought, well, we'll watch The Money Pit. It's a nice, family-friendly comedy. So they were watching The Money
I don't know
Pit,
about that.
and Cass was enjoying it and laughing at different parts. So then it gets to the part where he's running up the stairs as the stairs are collapsing behind him. Like, the whole joke is that this house is just a fucking disaster and it's like constantly needing renovations, right? It's a money pit, right? Like, no matter what they do, something is doomed to fail. So there's a scene where he's running up the stairs frantically and they're all falling apart and collapsing behind him, and he's trying to get upstairs before he falls off. And for some reason, Cass found that absolutely terrifying and burst out crying and was inconsolable, and they had to stop the movie.
How old was he?
Well, probably young.
Probably like 4
It was
or
1986,
something.
so I would have been 2 when
the
it came
stairs were
out.
still
Two-
scary at
oh,
that
2 or
point.
3,
That's
yeah.
probably why.
Yeah.
He's probably
Well-
terrified the stairs to do that to him.
Well, and probably, probably the trauma of you having dropped me on the stairs would have been still fresh in my mind.
Yes. That when I dislodged your brain.
So it's like I had this association with the stairs being
That's
bad.
That's right.
I tumbled down the stairs. I was dropped down the stairs also when I was a little kid.
No.
Um,
Well, in my case, I was carrying Cass, and I ran up the stairs, and it was supposed to be fun, like running around and like bouncing and stuff. And then I tripped,
Always fun to face plants.
and then
The baby,
I'm holding him
the
like
infant.
this, and then I just kind of flipped him into the landing. So like wham, like a sack of potatoes.
God.
Of course,
Lord.
Cass
That's
instantly
one thing you
bursts
don't
out
want to hear about
crying.
yourself all these years
And
later. is Wham like a sack of potatoes.
I mean, now we know why Cass's head is the shape it is.
So Cass, of course, starts crying.
Stewie.
And it was like this boom, just like this resonant sound when his head hit the landing. And so I was like, oh my God. Now, my dad had filled my head with all these stories about how when babies are little, their brain hasn't fully, like, settled in place yet. So it's still a little loose in their heads. So, that's why one reason you don't want to shake the baby is because you could dislodge their brain. So he just filled my head with these horror stories of babies with dislodged brains. So I thought the impact, because it was such an impact with the landing, had dislodged Cass's brain. Like, oh my God, I just turned my brother into a vegetable. And, but fortunately it was okay.
To be fair,
It
head
was
trauma
fine.
is the thing you should worry about, because if
Yes.
you hit that hard, can actually make him forget everything in his life.
I know. But
I mean,
then he ended up having a photographic memory, so clearly it actually helped.
Like, there have been people
I was just
who
waiting for him to go. So at the end of the
literally
day,
hit their head on
you're
a
welcome.
cabinet.
I was like,
Some people hit their head on a cabinet and forgotten every part of their life for the previous 40 years. I
Yeah,
mean, you,
I know.
No, the brain is fascinating.
The brain
It's
is
scary
a
and
complex
fascinating.
machine.
terrifying.
Yeah, it can completely alter your perception of reality.
Oh,
just by
I most likely
fucking with
been
your
fucked up.
perception.
At 12 years old, I got blasted in the head with a baseball bat at full force
Oh,
and had a
God.
concussion so bad I was forgetting, and I wasn't allowed to go to sleep for 24 hours.
Oh, because of concussion.
I probably had brain
Wow.
swelling, but
Yeah.
we couldn't go to the hospital, so I just
Why?
had to live with it.
Why couldn't you go to the hospital?
We were way too fucking poor. We lived in a mobile home.
Fucking America, man! Like,
I know, fucking
that's
America,
bullshit.
right?
It's such
That's right,
bullshit.
because I live in a country where if you don't have the money for it, you can't go to the fucking hospital.
That's ridiculous.
So it's likely a.
I
source
really
of a lot
hope
of
that
my-
changes. Like
my
that
issues.
is such a broken ass system that I don't know. Like, how many people die just because they can't afford to go to the hospital? You know, it's
More than necessary.
it's ridiculous. That is
More than
not
necessary is the only answer that I could give.
that is not a land of opportunity. That is a land of death.
I
That was-
believe
that was
the
20 years
official
ago,
number is
guys.
tens of thousands of people a year.
I was
Yeah.
12 years old.
Something
I was
like 40
25
to
years
60,000 people.
Wow, that's crazy.
25 years ago. But after that moment, I became. That's when I got moody. That's when I became. That's when I got more impulsive. I lost my ability to like control my impulses.
Wow. So
My emotions.
it did rewire things.
It fucked
some
my
extent,
brain up. My
yeah.
brain like got completely jumbled around and
Yeah.
then swollen up and then get properly taken care of and then
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
and then
glad
I
you're still
I
with
lived in this
us
household.
and somewhat coherent.
And then I lived in this household.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which
Mhm.
helped immensely. Yeah, America, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Kill
Ah.
in many fucking ways. Yeah, America.
This is America's health plan. Don't be poor.
Don't get sick. That's the
Don't
health-
get sick.
That's,
Yeah.
that's the
All
health
right.
plan.
I can go have a quick smoke, and then we'll jump into the news. We've got a lot to cover this week. Half of which are obituaries. Yay!
Not mine.
Speaking
Hooray.
of which,
Fun
Half of those are
times.
COVID deaths too, by the way. I was all pre-show, or all show, or opening of the show, I should say. Oh, the largest bomb. Here it comes. Blomp. Oh. Work harder, D-Large.
So I'm doing some sort of spring cleaning and organization. So I just found a bunch of my old floppy disks from my Macintosh.
Cool. I wonder if
And,
you can still work.
Yeah, well, I need to just find a way to connect it now. But I like how, so they have these little like wrap over covers or labels rather, as you can label what they are. So there's all this remaining space. There's like 4 lines you can write on, and this is my disk of apparently it saved Sim Tower games. But I wrote Sim Tower games, and then I had to clarify they were Sim Tower saved games
Oh my god.
with like a tiny little arrow rather than just writing it on the next line. I wasn't a very smart kid.
Hey, don't be little yourself.
I'm just kidding.
SMRT. Smart.
Hey, and disc 1.
Yes, how's your
Sim-
father? You can go to the hospital and have a hefty bill afterwards. That's why you can't go when you're poor. You can't afford the bill. And guess what happens? They take your fucking money. They garnish your wages if you can't pay that bill. So, that's why a lot of people just don't go. That's it. Stout froze.
yeah.
Stout, you froze.
What? I'm frozen.
Today.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, see, I hear you.
I
I
don't
can't see
think
you.
your
Can you
first
hear?
response was today.
Okay.
You're frozen today.
See, that line
I'm
becomes
just trying to figure
anonymous,
out.
But does anyone know actually where it's from?
What?
I was frozen today. Does anybody know where that's from?
Oh, I know.
Suburban Commando.
So quiet. Okay then. Stout is stouting. I see. Stout is frozen.
Yep.
Well, hey, we
Yep.
got
Oh my god.
got about an hour, almost an hour in. Excellent.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Show open was pretty long.
New record.
Yeah. Congratulations.
No, I think
Stout.
we did 2 hours once before we got the news.
Did we? What?
Yeah, it was like midnight, and we started at 10 or some shit.
Oh, yeah. No, I meant an hour until Stout froze.
Oh, right, yeah. That. Got it.
I know
So
we've
you meant-
taken a long time to get to the news before. All right, here we go. Hello, all 48 of you. Update videos coming this week, or I'll be filming them this week and live streaming. So
Okay. Shit.
feel free to stop by and see the magic happen as the Multimedia Chronicles gets more videos finally. All right, let's check out the news here. Let's see what we got. What's happening in the news this week? Is there any way for me to make this bigger? No, I can't zoom in Discord, can I? My old man eyes. I can't wait until I can use the 40.
Let's check. I got screwed out of the stimulus check, so I don't get one.
Yeah. I basically got my GST boost. Woohoo! No,
Yeah, I got that as well.
which basically meant I could overpay my internet bill a little bit and buy some movies. So I have some pickups this week. Okay.
Those statements are true.
Trailers. So first off, Raptor Rivera, quarantine update says quarantine day 89. My nearest pizzeria closed the other day. Oh no. New York Pizza. I'm going through a wee bit of slice withdrawal and feeling anxious. The hell are you staring at? We love you, Raptor. Stay safe,
poor
buddy.
Raptor. Everyone give Raptor hugs.
On the plus side, in the wake of the decimation of the New York pizza empire, there have been a lot of recipes appearing online for how you can make your own New York-style pizza in the comfort of your own home. Thinking of looking those up.
A bunch of other fast food recipes, too.
I'm not going to be getting
it's been amazing. A lot of these chains are like releasing their top secret recipes
nice
to the public.
Nice. So
you can, like, we know you can't make it here, so here, make it at home.
You can make
in case you release the recipe or something?
You can make your own crappy McDonald's hamburgers in the comfort of your own home.
I thought KFC released some recipe of
Step
some sort.
1, get ground beef made from at least 1,000 different cows.
Consisting entirely of...
Specifically of cows that have been tortured and miserable their entire lives.
And make sure it includes at least a few pieces of hoof.
I found out where the memory leak is, you guys.
Oh, did you?
Where is it?
Cast.
Oh, cool.
Now, the reason, I don't know if you guys heard me say holy shit, but the reason I said holy shit is because Cast was using up 8 fucking gigs of memory.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Let me
what
check.
The fuck is happening
there?
Yeah, let me check mine.
My Cast is using 7 megs.
My Cast is using 540.
Wow, how do you get it so small?
Well, mine's using about 475. Yeah.
Mine's using 688.
But like my memory was at like 97, 98% usage. I'm like, holy fucking shit.
How much memory do you have?
I have 16 gigs. It should be enough.
Well, yeah.
I've got 32.
It should.
I think.
It should.
I've got 32. Check the performance tab.
But yeah, now that I've restarted it, it's at 600.
32.
And
At
it's kinda
31.9
hovering around
available.
600.
It should stay around 600.
It should, but it was up to like 8,000. So.
Okay.
So
Well,
it changes.
just keep an eye on
this
that.
is where the memory leak is. That's what I'm saying. Like that only happens when there's a fucking memory
Yeah,
leak.
keep an eye on
So-
that, and if it starts to get exorbitantly high,
That
you'll know
can-
it's time to just refresh your
Yeah.
thing. So, okay. News.
That's only 50 tabs? Wow, that's pretty late.
Okay.
Father.
News.
Your father.
News. News. It's news time. Time for the news.
The news.
Trailers. Official trailer for 2020's Valley Girl. Yes, we're getting a remake of Valley Girl.
Looks pretty good.
A musical adaptation of the 1983 film and set to a new wave 80s soundtrack. Ooh, at the very least, I want to hear that soundtrack. A pair of young lovers from different backgrounds defy their parents and friends to stay together. Starring Jessica Roth, star of the Happy Death Day duology. Oh, nice. I love Happy Death Day. It was so much fun. Final trailer for the Shudder original film Blood
I gotta say, though, about Valley Girl, it looks like they took the premise of Valley Girl and they're doing their own thing. Exactly like the remakes we always want them to do, you know?
Cool.
We always say, why don't they take the premise and do their own thing? Well, they're doing it. So it looks
like
pretty
they
good.
did with Dawn of the Dead, which is
Exactly.
a remake we all were surprised
We're
that
getting a
we
sequel
liked.
to that. Did you know that?
Really? To the
Army of the Dead. It finished filming like last
really?
or last year. Early this year.
What's his face directing again, or
Zack Snyder, yeah.
Really?
the direct sequel. Same universe, yeah.
Sweet.
I
Okay.
know, it's called Army of the Dead.
Definitely down for that. Holy shit. Final trailer for the Shudder original film Blood Machines, premiering May 21st. An artificial intelligence escapes her spaceship to turn into a female ghost and challenges 2 Blade Runners to a galactic chase. Cool. Sounds fun.
Looks wild and looks so cool. And you're going to love the soundtrack, Sean. The soundtrack's
Nice.
so good.
Cool. I'll have to watch. I think I saw a trailer for that like a while back. Like there was like a preview trailer or something. It sounds familiar. But yeah, definitely have to check that out. Official trailer for the sci-fi drama Proximity. A young NASA JPL scientist is abducted by extraterrestrials, but when no one believes his story, he becomes obsessed with finding proof, which leads him on a journey of discovery. Interesting. Official trailer for the Disney Plus series Prop Culture. This one actually sounds pretty interesting.
It looks really cool.
Film historian and prop collector Dan Lanigan reunites iconic Disney movie props with the filmmakers, actors, and crew who created and used them in some of Disney's most beloved films. That sounds cool.
Thanks for posting the trailer for that, JL.
Yeah, that sounds.
I didn't know that existed
sounds
before
neat.
then.
Oh God, won't it just die already?
Oh, take it easy, Ryan.
Yeah.
Have a good night, Mr. Chataway.
Okay, good night, Ryan.
Stay strafe, sir.
Official teaser for the sequel series, Won't It Just Die Already? Saved by the Bell.
I know, right?
A follow-up series to the 1990s sitcom. A group of California low-income high school students are transferred to Pacific Palisades' wealthy Bayside High, following a program by California Governor Zach Morris, played again by Mark Paul Gosselaar. Oh my God, he's the governor of California now.
Why?
But Zach Morris is trash.
For our timeline.
Zach Morris is the
Perfect
worst.
for our timeline.
Stop.
Jump on your die.
Let me finish the
and
news.
Google that, and you'll find examples of Zach Morris being a piece of shit.
Tell it
I love that
after.
series.
Starring Elizabeth Berkley and Mario Lopez, returning as Jesse Spano and AC Slater, respectively. The series will premiere on the Peacock streaming service. So Google Zach Morris is trash.
No, go to Funny or Die's YouTube and type in Zach Morris, and you'll see they've done like 50 videos. They've done like episode reviews, and each time it's like, that time Zach Morris drugged his friends and made jokes about it. That time Zach Morris released exotic animals in the gymnasium. That time this person, like it's over and over again. Zach Morris is a terrible human being.
Yes, exactly, and apparently, which makes sense that he would get into politics eventually. So
yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. Like, that's perfect for him.
All I'm wondering is if he's in a cabinet meeting.
Of course, that's where he'd end up.
Yes.
He's in a cabinet meeting, if he can still do the timeout thing and just freeze everybody so he can just do whatever he wants.
Oh. Well, yes. And there's another sequel series coming out to an 80s classic this time. This one I'm actually kind of interested in. Official teaser for the sequel series, Punky Brewster.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
This looks interesting.
A follow-up series to the 1980s sitcom about a young foster child named Punky. Now she's grown up with kids of her own, starring Soleil Moon Punky Moon Fry, reprising her Soleil.
You're French Canadian.
I'm in Canada too, so you know.
I know you.
Soliloquy, Moon Fry. Yeah.
Moon Fry, we love you.
Okay, reprising her role as the title character, the series will be available via the Peacock streaming service. Fucking
now this is
yet another streaming service. Great.
You guys need to remember, this is the man who thought that the French for lemon.
It's the same streaming service as
Stoud.
Saved by the Bell.
Are you not hearing Cass? You started speaking after he started speaking.
Oh no, I'm not. I didn't realize. Hold on. Let me fix
that's
it.
why.
I
thought he was just being a dick.
Wow. You're
okay.
Why does Stoud keep interrupting Cass? Like just bulldozing over his stories.
Yeah, he kept stopping. Anyway, you're saying Cass.
Like everybody was silent. I'm like, and it was, and he bursts into speech. I'm like,
every time.
Literally right out of my sense. I was gonna say, with your mispronunciation of the name, this is the man who once thought the French for lemon was limon.
Yes, and the French for cow was les cow.
Les cow. Les moo.
This is when I skipped a grade, and when I skipped grade 3, went straight into grade 4. Then in grade 4, they were doing French, and I had never done French before. So my first day, they give us a quiz. Tell us, show the French words you know from this list. I didn't know any of them. Les cow.
Les cow.
I think the only French I knew was lait, which is L-A-I-T, which is French for milk, because it was on the milk cartons. And that was it. That's all I knew. Anyway, let's see. Looking forward to this one. Official teaser for the sci-fi dystopian series Brave New World. Adapted from the book of the same name, the show imagines a utopian society that has achieved peace and stability through the prohibition of monogamy, privacy, money, family, and history itself. Starring Demi Moore and Alden Ehrenreich. Oh, interesting. Who portrayed young Han Solo in Solo: A Star Wars Story. The series will be available on the Peacock stream. It's fucking Peacock again.
It's the future the liberals want.
I don't want another streaming service. Anyway, glad to see that Brave New World is actually getting the series treatment. I think it's a concept that could work well as a series. And
Yes, I agree.
I will find the means
never
to
read the
watch
book,
that.
but
I have read the book. I liked it a lot.
I'm familiar with the premises because it's a very famous book.
There's been a couple of adaptations of it. There was a TV miniseries version in the 80s, I think. And then there was also a movie co-starring Leonard Nimoy, actually, which I have on Blu-ray.
I think I saw it long-ass time ago, but I haven't. Yeah. I don't remember.
Official trailer for the biographical miniseries Angeline. Angeline, the acclaimed and mysterious Halloween icon, Hollywood icon, known for her trademarked character.
Right.
Known for her trademarked character and pink Corvette, tells her story for the camera. The series will be available on the Peacock streaming service again. Like, oh my god!
Okay, so Angeline is a woman who's the real life living embodiment of Barbie. She's changed her physical appearance to be Barbie.
Right.
I used to work at Michael's in Ventura, Michael's Crafts, right? And she used to come in all the time and buy shit there. Actually,
Oh, cool. Yeah. No, I think I've seen photos.
Hey,
of
I know her.
Before,
kind of.
I think I saw she's done like some interviews and stuff, like mini documentaries. So it's interesting. It'd be interesting to see that.
She's a local celebrity in California, SoCal too. She drives around that pink Corvette everywhere.
Official trailer. Oh yeah, I just heard about this one. Official trailer for the bio crime drama Capone. The 47-year-old Al Capone, played by Tom Hardy, after 10 years in prison, starts suffering from dementia and comes to be haunted by his violent past. Written and directed by Josh Trank, who also helmed Chronicle and Fan 4-Stick. Well, there you go.
On Peacock, right?
See, it doesn't say.
I was going to say, like, is it Peacock?
It's on the Peacock. Son of a bitch! He's
fucking Peacock again.
You just didn't throw a keyboard
what
behind
were we
without
saying
looking?
a few weeks ago? We were talking about Fan 4-Stick and saying that, a lot of what we've heard about that probably is a little bit of public spin and, Josh Trank must have another good movie under his belt somewhere because he's done good shit in the past. And, well, Capone. There you go.
I hate to tell you this, but Josh Trank leaked on the internet that he has a completely different cut of Fan 4-Stick.
Oh, I'm not surprised. Really?
And I would 100% love to see that.
Absolutely. Release the Josh Trank cut.
Release the Trank cut.
Yeah.
Trank cut. Hashtag Trank cut.
That movie felt like half a movie.
Yes.
Right?
So, I mean,
it was studio meddling the film.
It felt like at a certain point, this is the point where the studio took over, and it suddenly became really shitty.
They basically made him go back, or they would hire someone else to direct it, so he chose to direct those scenes. But they were threatening to bring another director in.
It was such a mixed bag. Like at the beginning, like the first half of it, I thought showed some promise. There's some interesting ideas there, and then by the end, it just completely fucking falls apart, and it's the most boring superhero finale battle I've ever seen in a superhero movie.
While I don't like that he went in this dark direction for the family fucking friendly Fantastic Four, but at least it was being interesting until it went off the rails halfway point. You know?
Exactly. It's almost a very distinct point where it goes off the rails too. So
in the last 48 minutes, he said he had a jettison.
Yeah. Well, I'd definitely like to see his cut on that.
I would love to see his version. I bet it's better. Bet it's way better. It's really dark, and that's probably why they made it redo it.
Yeah. Movie, and that is it for the trailers. Movie TV news. Although it has been common knowledge since February, Sam Raimi himself confirmed this week that he will indeed direct the Doctor Strange sequel in the Multiverse of Madness. So
to premiere on the Peacock Network.
Motherfucker!
Looking forward to that. The first look at Denis Villeneuve's Dune hit the interwebs this week, including Timothée Chalamet as protagonist Paul Atreides. Starring opposite Chalamet is an impressive ensemble cast that includes Oscar Isaac, Rebecca Ferguson, Javier Bardem, Zendaya, Stellan Skarsgård, and Dave Bautista, among others. I am really looking forward to this.
Okay. What are your thoughts on the design?
The design, well, it's hard to say because we really haven't seen much in the way of set design. We've mostly just seen costume designs. I think they're simple and practical. I like the Atreides armor. I think looks pretty good. Oscar Isaac is definitely looking good as Duke Leto. I like that Dave Bautista is playing the Beast Raban. Can't wait to see that portrayal. We got Jason Momoa as Duncan Idaho, who's going to be great.
So, I was watching a streamer who said they're very familiar with Dune, and they were like talking about it for like an hour, just a precursor before they started getting into this. And then they said they already are worried about it because the designs look very utilitarian, very space fascist, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he says when you read Dune, the designs are more Baroque and ornamental.
Well,
and so I'm not saying anything's bad about the movie. I'm just saying like that's an interesting point from a set. That's why I was curious.
The thing is, in terms people talk about that, but in actuality, Frank Herbert's descriptions for things are kept very vague in the books. So that's why I think we have so many wildly different interpretations in the various film adaptations and the video games and stuff. It just kind of seems to go like a design centered around what the politics of the particular house is. Like, okay, the Emperor would probably be very ornate and regal and stuff like that, so we'll go with that. Right. Atreides is more kind of,
space fascist.
Well, a little bit of space fascism, but royal family, so it's gonna be fancy but practical, something that would be politically neutral, I guess, so that it kind of gives them an in to manipulate things however they need to manipulate them. Harkonnen is very over the top and in your face. We're the Harkonnens and we're gonna kick your ass and stuff like that. But I don't know. I mean, some people were commenting about the Fremen outfits as well. The Fremen look very minimal and stuff, and it's like, well, they gotta be practical in that they need to be able to move around because they're constantly on the run and hiding from everybody else. And it's like, well, why don't they have face masks? It's like, there's a face mask right there around her neck. She's just not wearing it in that moment because she's not in the fucking deep desert. They're sitting in a cave, so I don't know. I think it looks fine. I mean, it's not as sort of ornate as we've seen in other things. But we haven't seen everything either. We've mostly just seen House Atreides.
We've only seen like 3 of the houses, I think, also.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. We've seen House Atreides and we've seen the Fremen, and that's pretty much it. We really haven't seen what the Harkonnen are going to look like. I don't know.
One interior of the Atreides when they're like standing and like, you see a lot. All the angles are sharp. And angular. I mean, I don't have a problem with this, mind you. I'm just.
I don't know if any of the other houses are going to be in it. Like there's House Carino. Well, House Carino, I guess, would have to be because that's the Emperor. But I don't know if House Ordos is going to be in it. House Ordos isn't really even in the books very much. Apparently, the first mention of House Ordos was actually the Dune Encyclopedia.
Well then.
Which just gives more robust, information about the world and everything from Frank Herbert's notes, as well as from the books. So maybe House Ordos is something that he intended to do something with later that he just never got around to before he died. But I don't know. I know there have since been books written about the other houses.
I have never read the books to completion.
No.
The first book to completion, and so I have no like loyalty to any version of any of it because I don't like the movie, the Lynch film. Yeah, because it just stinks of fucking meddling. Because there's even the Alan Smithy cut, it feels like there's missing 40 minutes more.
Yeah, think of the Alan Smithy cut kind of as a producer's cut. It's not really it's not a director's cut by any stretch. It's basically just people were confused by the theatrical cut. Oh, really? Maybe because you kept putting your fingers in and wouldn't let Lynch do what he wanted. Right. And then, so they just slotted in all this explanatory stuff and voiceover narration to try to explain things better. Now, to be fair, the TV cut, when I was younger, I hadn't read the book yet. So the TV cut for me was important because it did help to explain a lot of stuff that I didn't understand before. And then when I went back and watched the theatrical cut again later, a lot of things made more sense to me and I was able to enjoy it more. But there was a lot of things that were changed, like the weirding modules, for example, which are such a major part of the movie, aren't even in the book. There's no such thing in the book. That was entirely a creation for the movie.
Interesting.
Yeah, and that's like an important thing. That's like their big weapon. I mean, they have the whole thing about the voice and whatnot, and the power of the voice. but the weirding module, as I recall, wasn't even in the book. And that was one thing I thought was interesting, that they sort of created this weapon.
Is it from a later book that they liked to maybe put in?
Maybe. I haven't read any of the later books, so I don't know. I've only read the first one. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it, especially the fact that Villeneuve has said he's doing it as 2 movies. So 2 movies adapting the first book, which is good, because it'll give
not a very long book.
It'll
so
give
that's
it.
fine.
Well, it's about 500 pages of very dense
First
text.
book?
Yeah,
much shorter.
no, it is very dense and laden with multiple layers of interconnected politics and backstabbing and double dealing. Like, it's very, plus all of the ecological.
It's been a
stuff,
long time since I held the book. So
plus all the ecology of Dune and then all the different cultures and all the different houses and everything. There's a lot of shit going on in those books.
It's literally been 25 years since I've held it. So,
yeah, it's great stuff. But I mean, if you like really dense sci-fi that has a very rich, well-developed world, Dune is great. It's one of the all-time greats. But so I like that it's being done as 2 movies, so that should give the story a little more time to breathe.
Interesting. I'm surprised they're not going to do 3.
But I like the Lynch version. I like the Sci-Fi miniseries version.
That one's okay. I mean, I like that there's more of the story there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they still change a few things, but it's I think the more faithful of the 2 adaptations. But
I expect things will be changed in this new one too.
And I like how I really liked Alec Newman in that as Paul Atreides, and in particular how his character evolves over the course of. They made some changes to that to make it, I guess, a more profound evolution. And I know some hardcore fans of the book didn't like that. They thought he was a little too much of a spoiled brat in the earlier part of the stories. But it makes his transition to the Messiah character essentially that much more profound, that he finds this deeper meaning to the world and life and himself, and becomes a better person as a result of it. Well, some might argue that too, because Paul is not a perfect Messiah, but that's one of the things that makes him so interesting.
And yes, 007, the movie that you're talking about is Jodorowsky's Dune.
Oh
which
yeah,
that's all about the Dune that never happened, and that is the movie I would love to see from an alternate universe to see that happen.
I need to get that. I really need to pick up that Blu-ray.
More than anything.
By the way, I gave it to you. You have it.
What?
You own it.
I do?
Yeah. It was in the package.
If you kept a list, you would fucking know.
Alright. Well, I gotta...
90% sure.
Are you sure?
I think so.
Let me go look.
Maybe I got it for Brand. No, I don't. Did I get it for you, Skinslip, or did I get it for him? I don't remember anymore. My brain is failing.
I have it.
You have it. Okay.
I own it. Yeah. But I don't know if I bought
it. Did you get it from me?
I don't fucking know. I don't have a good memory.
Me either. Our memories suck.
That's why I keep every single one of my gift receipts. I can't remember shit, dude. Like, look, like these are like it's got what plants crave, which is from when someone sent me Gatorade. I kept it because I don't fucking remember otherwise.
Oh.
You know.
It's got what plants crave.
Yes.
Electrolytes.
But like that's like in the alternate universe, that's the movie I would like to see. I want to see that.
Now Sean's over there looking, and I'm like 90% sure now that I actually sent it to you.
Okay, I mean, very likely.
Oops.
Well, you better go to Amazon and buy him a copy real quick.
No, Jodorowsky's Dune.
Yeah, I just remembered it was actually Skinslip I sent it to.
Oh.
Like,
I'm not the big hardcore Dune fan or anything. I'll just send it to Skinslip. I see how it is.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. 7 release, man.
All right.
Okay. Fantastic documentary.
Anyway, I definitely want to see that.
Draft House release.
I used to play
that Draft House.
The thing that I think really cemented my Dune fandom actually was I saw a repeat of the Alan Smithy cut around the same time that I picked up Dune 2: The Battle for Arrakis. And
that's a cult classic game.
It basically single-handedly started the real-time strategy genre. Like, there was never a game like it before. And then Command and Conquer kind of took the same game engine and refined it. And then eventually they did a remake of Dune 2 called Dune 2000, which took everything that had been developed for Command and Conquer and applied it back to Dune. So it kind of came full circle.
Its closest ancestor would be like Lemmings, right? Like that'd be the closest thing. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's similar in the
yeah,
you
I
have to
guess,
control
yeah.
units, but it's
I can
completely
see.
different. It's
I can see how you
affected.
make that connection. Yeah,
So
but
it's an antecessor. It's just like the mechanic, the one mechanic of moving units. You know.
yeah. But yeah, I loved Dune 2, and I played it all the time. I have still have it.
I watched
actually.
someone play it.
I have the
recently,
Amiga version.
actually.
It's very good, and it really, portrayed the differences between the houses quite well.
I was totally lost.
Yeah, were you?
I was completely lost. Like, I don't know any of these people keep talking about these units.
But a lot of it.
Who's who and yeah.
Well, see, a lot. It's like just getting to know like the differences between the houses and the difference between the the equipment that they use and the process
I
of
wasn't there for
spice
the
mining and
game
everything.
I just showed up from like the middle of level 4.
It really helped me to understand the Dune
Whatever it
world
was.
better. Like I really felt like I was in that world with that, and
Mission
just kind of
4.
learning as I went. But and then going back and watching the movies, and later watching the Sci-Fi miniseries, everything just made so much more sense. But to me, that's a beautiful thing about that franchise is you can immerse yourself in all these different interpretations of it, and they all have the same basic core elements. And through it all, you experience this world from the fertile imagination of Frank Herbert in all these different interpretations. So I think it's, it makes me sad when I see people that are just hardcore nerds for the book and refuse to accept any other interpretation of it. Like, for example,
I agree.
Right now, one of the big I'm in a Dune fan group that I'm actually considering leaving because it's started to get a little toxic because of one of the casting choices in the new movie. There's a character, Dr. Liette Kynes, who was father.
The woman.
Hold on. Who was the father of Chani, who is the Fremen woman that Paul ultimately meets and falls in love with, and who teaches him all about the ways of the Fremen. For example, in the book, he's a man. In the David Lynch movie, he was played by Max von Sydow. In the Villeneuve version, the character has been gender swapped and is now Chani's mother instead of father.
What a terrible fate.
And one of the reasons
turned into a woman
that Villeneuve did that was there wasn't a lot to that relationship, the father-daughter relationship between the two of them in the original story. He wanted to enrich that and explore that from a slightly different angle and decided to make the character female. It's literally the one change. And that's the one thing that the fan groups are focusing on, and all the, outrage
It's always about the
it.
Gender.
Yeah.
It's always about a woman. What is that about?
It's ridiculous. And I just, I called out the stupidity of someone. It's like, oh, so you've seen the movie, so you know how that plays out, and that it's completely wrong because you've seen the movie? Like, no. You're literally mad about a casting choice and one picture.
If you change the role from the mom to father of mom, what's the big difference?
Yeah.
Probably nothing.
It's a slightly different dynamic.
It's a familial connection that's still connected,
Exactly, yeah. So it's like the character that was the father and the character that was the mother, they've been reversed.
If they took the character's relation away, then I would be mad with you.
Yeah.
That's a core fundamental character.
I highly doubt that, and in the original story, that character, has some importance in that, he introduces House Atreides to certain things and helps introduce them to the Fremen and stuff like that. But he's not in a lot of scenes. He's not like a central character to the whole thing. He's like, he's kind of a guide character for the other characters and the viewer to kind of introduce them to different things. And beyond that, there's not a lot there to be concerned about. It doesn't change anything about the overall story. The same basic goals are still achieved. So,
if the heart of the character is still true, then who cares what gender they are?
On top of that, we can have a little bit of a more robust relationship with Chani and Kynes in their familial relationship, and just had a couple layers there that weren't present before. I mean, it's an adaptation. It's not going to be exactly the same. And if this helps to enrich the story in this incarnation of the story, great. Who the fuck cares? You still have your precious books. You can read that version of the story anytime you want.
It's always about the gender or the race of the character. Like that's somehow an important factor about what makes a character a character.
Oh yeah.
Culture is not the same thing as race.
Yeah.
So let's get those two things separated.
Oh, there was some things too about Zendaya being cast as Chani, who I think is fantastic casting. By the way, I think she's perfect for the
I don't know
role.
who she is offhand.
She played MJ in the new Spider-Man movies.
Oh,
Yeah.
She's a cool lady.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah.
And seeing the pictures of her, they were saying, oh, she doesn't look desert enough. Like,
What the
basically
fuck are you
saying that
talking
she
about?
looked too white, and it's like, well, she's not white. First off.
Right?
And second off, it was basically the old neckbeard argument. Oh, she's not hot enough. It's like,
Okay.
Oh my god.
okay, Chani.
Oh my god.
Is
Not
not
everyone's there for
eye
your
candy,
sexual.
for fuck's
Chani-
Not
sake.
everyone's there for your
Film is
sexual
not there
gratification.
for eye candy.
I know.
for you.
Well, and
People
Chani
aren't
is
there for your
not.
sexual gratification.
Chani is also not supposed to be a fucking supermodel. She's a desert warrior who's all about
Yeah.
survival. So she's very lean and mean and ready for action because that's what she needs to be, living out there in the desert.
No,
Fuck's sake. I think
she's
Zendaya is
baffling.
perfect for that character,
Like,
So, I don't know. People are... So
It's
anyway, there's a lot of...
always
Basically,
something like
I
that.
always had the hots for her when I was younger, and now I don't have the hots for her. I can't have hots for her because
it's
she's
the same thing with a lot of the Birds
not
of
the
Prey
same as I
casting. Like,
remember.
why'd they
Everyone-
make Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio look like a 12-year-old boy? It's like,
it's a fucking character
yeah,
that's not for you to sexualize, you fucking weirdo.
yeah, exactly.
Go watch
They're
porn
not
if you want to
sexy
sexualize
enough.
characters. Those characters are meant to be sexualized.
Yeah, and there's probably
Comic
porn
book characters
versions of
aren't.
those characters out there, so enjoy.
Yeah. Enjoy. Just leave the fucking movies alone. They can do whatever they want.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so the Dune fandom is starting to
Brindley,
devolve.
they're not blind. They're racist.
Yeah, exactly. Or well, actually, I think the term is stupid. Is what
Well,
they are. They're
racism is
They're
stupid.
just
so yes, that
stupid.
checks
Well, yeah,
out.
racism is stupid.
That checks out.
Misogyny is
Yep.
stupid.
Can confirm they are. Yeah. Yep.
Toxic gatekeeping fandom is stupid. It's like,
Gatekeeping fandom's the worst.
and that's what it is. It's gatekeeping again.
Mhm.
It's fucking gatekeeping.
At
I'm
its
so
core,
sick
that's what
of
it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm better than you because of this reason.
Yeah, I like the book the best, so I'm the best fan, and you suck because you like the movies. All right.
Yep.
How about I like everything because I'm a fan of the franchise and not of just one specific iteration of it?
That's not allowed.
Suck on that.
And now
you
I
have
have
to
to
pick
pee.
one. You have to pick one or the other. Pick now.
Actually, speaking of sexy Dune, there actually is a porn game version of Dune, which apparently is fairly faithful to the story, other than all of the incest they've added into it.
It's like Dune, but with incest.
Yeah.
Incest.
Most of the women walk around
Because
topless
you know
because
incest is best.
that's practical in the desert. Anyway, looking forward to Dune.
Looking forward to
Uh,
not listening to these assholes.
That's a good example.
About Dune.
That's a good
very
example.
much.
That's a good example, Blade. Starbuck from Battlestar Galactica, who's of course male in the original, and then just don't. We're doing the show, Merkers. We're doing the show. We're not finished with the news yet. We'll do pickups when it's time for pickups. Anyway, I'm distracted now. Don't distract me. Anyway, the
Sorry, what was that? What?
Starbuck, right.
What?
Starbuck from Battlestar Galactica. The original character was male. They changed it to female. Fans were out in the 2004 version. Fans were outraged. But then they actually watched the show and saw the brilliant alternate portrayal that Katie Sackhoff did and were like, oh, this is actually really good. Like, maybe if you just waited to see the fucking show instead of setting the internet on fire before it had even aired.
Reminds me of Solo.
On fire.
That's happening a lot lately. People will be like, oh, I remember before Solo came out, people were like, this movie's going to suck. I'm going to boycott Solo, right?
Yeah.
I made a whole fucking video about people who wanted to boycott Solo.
The most Star
And then lo
Warsy
and
of all the new
behold,
Star Wars
Solo
movies.
comes out
Yeah.
a few months later. Actually, Solo wasn't that bad.
Yeah. I know. That's it. And you'd think people would learn from that and just say, like, hey, how about wait to see the movie before you barf all your outrage vomit all over the place. But no. No.
I'm back.
Welcome back, Skinslip. I was just saying, for people who want Porn Dune, there actually is a Porn Dune game that is apparently quite faithful to the original story, other than all the incest that they've added in.
There's also I'm relatively sure in production a Dune porn right now.
Probably, yeah. But and then we're also talking about how in Battlestar Galactica the character
Probably called Nude.
The character of
dude. And instead of dunes, it's the curve of a body.
Oh yeah.
Side of a naked lady body called Nude.
Nude, yeah. An anagram of Dune.
I will never unsee that. The fact that you can spell nude with Dune.
Yeah.
Yep. It's good shit.
And we're also talking about how in Battlestar Galactica the character of Starbuck was gender swapped for the 2004 remake, and fans were initially outraged, and then they saw it and saw how brilliant Katie Sackhoff was, and really liked it. So
no disrespect to the original cast, but she blew it out the fucking water. She was amazing.
I really need to see that. I need to.
It's so gay for her.
I need to pick up that Blu-ray set.
She is so beautiful and like just. I hate smoking, but she makes it sexy.
I've heard that she's one of the big like breakout characters from that too, and that whole show is so fun. I've only seen a little bit of it. Yeah,
show's so good.
Yeah,
have you seen it yet, Sean?
No, I haven't.
Yeah. You're gonna watch it and you're gonna just ignore all your responsibilities until you finish it. And you're gonna literally you're gonna marathon it from one end to the other.
Good.
It's one of those shows.
Excellent.
It's so
Can't
good.
wait. Yeah, I've been
You'll love it.
I've been meaning to pick up the Blu-ray set forever. I'll grab it.
Someone buy it for them.
Yeah.
And then we can watch it as well.
Then we can all watch it.
Then we can watch it part of the prime time.
Yeah,
Paradise.
We could. It's like, okay, we're going for hour 14 of Battlestar Galactica now, and who's still awake out there? All right. So let's finish up the news here, and then we can get to our pickups.
Altar is just fucking, oh my god. Yeah.
So, all right. So that went off on a big tangent, but, you know, it's Dune. It's a big story. Deserves big tangents.
The card game, interesting side, brief side. What got me into Battlestar Galactica was actually the card game, oddly enough. It's a really good strategic card game.
Interesting.
And then I was like, this show's kind of cool looking. And then I watched a few episodes. Like, oh, this girl is great.
Yeah. Okay.
I got like 1.5 seasons through. I need to get back to it.
It was like 4 seasons, I think, and then they did some movies as well.
3 movies, I think.
Yeah. And then, then there's the spin-off series Caprica, which only lasted like a season, I think. But, all right. So, to no one's surprise, San Diego Comic-Con 2020 was officially canceled this week due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. The first time in the event's 50-year history that it's been canceled. Well, yeah. Again,
crazy.
No one was surprised. Basically,
no, it's still pretty crazy the world we're in right now.
Any conventions like that, expect them to be canceled. Like, it's not going to be.
They're talking about canceling all concerts until fucking 2022.
Oh, of course, yeah. Concerts.
2022, that's a long fucking time. Yeah. I think, knowing Trump, he would say 2021.
He would say next week.
Yeah, he'll say open up to next week. He doesn't care, but it's still the point.
Deadline broke news that a television series based on the popular video game Myst is in the works at Village Roadshow. Which has tapped...
Cool. Can it be based on the books, please? Because the books were fucking criminally underrated, and I love them.
Which has tapped Thor and X-Men First Class scribe Ashley Edward Miller to write the pilot and serve as showrunner. There you go.
Oh, it's a show.
It's a show. It's a series.
Sold.
It's a series. Yeah.
That's a great fucking world.
Cool.
I repeat, can it be based on the books?
I hope it's based on the video game and there's no dialogue at all, and it's just a lot of aimless wandering around the island.
Oh my god, what if every episode they're talking? That'd be amazing!
The books were written by the same person who wrote the games. So
I see.
If I were directing the first episode, the whole first episode would be silent until the last minute when someone when someone would say...
My best bet is they're going to appeal to the general audience, which would be the people who played the game, and not like the 5 people who read the book.
So it'll be episode after episode of aimless wandering and pulling levers and pushing buttons.
It's actually a pretty popular book when it came out.
Yeah.
Also, yes, the person who wrote the game.
Yes.
and made the game. His name is Rand Miller.
That means it'll
Okay.
probably be there. But now,
Yeah.
here's I want this. This is what if I were directing the first episode, it would all be in first person until you ran into the very first next character, and they would go, "Welcome to Mist," and then the credits would roll.
That would be so cheesy. Anyway,
That's not
Yeah,
all
I know.
that Mist is like. What?
welcome to Mist.
It's like you don't even know
Then-
what Mist is.
No, I've never-
Looks
I-
at the
no.
camera and slyly winks. I said
know
the
it's-
title of the
exactly.
show.
Welcome to Mist, the show. Credits roll.
Perfect. That's what we all want to see, especially
no,
Stout.
Mist TV series is literally every episode is just a still image of one location,
That's
and
right.
next episode is
And the hand
you
just
move-
going
you
like this,
move-
trying to find.
no, the next episode is the same location just moved slightly forward.
Yes.
Then the next episode is they turn to the left.
57 episodes
I
later.
hate my friends. I hate my friends.
Just shitting yourself.
Just be like a
Good.
couple of things moving. It's like, oh.
No, I hope that's good though, because
Yeah.
Mist has always been one of those things that like thought was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I always wanted to see, honestly, the book series, which again,
It's a
written by the same
trilogy,
guy
I
who wrote
think, isn't it? Trilogy
the
of books?
games.
Yeah.
I wanted to see them make it into a
Yeah.
movie series.
Well, now you're getting
Now
a
you're gonna
it
series.
just says a trilogy, and I was like, you could easily make this into 3 movies.
But now they're gonna do a series.
Now they're
That
going
would
to
be
do maybe
fantastic.
3 seasons. Every season adapting one book.
I mean, they
That would be
proved
very
that-
cool.
Yeah.
statistics prove, like real statistics prove that most shows viewership drops off after season 5. So
Yeah.
doing a limited 3-season, 10 episodes per season type show would be like perfect.
Yeah.
Actually,
There you go.
you know,
30 glorious episodes of Mist heading your way.
Either-
It's a really
Yeah.
creative and interesting concept. Like, a lot of people don't understand what Mist even is because the games don't really go into a whole lot of detail.
Isn't it because it's really
very
misty
opaque?
on the
I guess
I've only
island?
seen a little bit of gameplay.
There's a lot of mist there, so they call it Mist.
I was basing my whole gag on the fact that I've seen about maybe 30 minutes of gameplay of that game.
And the gameplay is very opaque.
I've played a little bit of
Frustrating,
it.
you mean?
You could say
Yeah.
shallow and pedantic.
I think I played it for about 10 minutes and I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
To be clear, the books are fantasy novels.
Yes.
And I would say maybe not on the same level as like a J.R.R. Tolkien kind
No,
of story,
of course
but
You are.
really fucking good.
Yeah.
Really, really fucking good.
I mean, like I said, I'm
And they're
interested.
so highly detailed.
I think I used to
mean,
have.
The amount of
the
detail
first
they get
two.
into describing like the rocks and stuff like that,
I
they're
never
just
read them.
rocks. It's just incredible.
Actually, no, I think I only had this. I had like the second book.
You'll want to start collecting
never
rocks
read it.
just because you started reading these books.
Duncan Large learned the Denis language back when he played it.
Well, there
Denis,
you go.
yeah.
He
Okay.
learned the language. What a nerd.
I love how
Nerd.
each one-line news item we go off on a 20-minute discussion.
Well, it was about something I was interested
We
in.
did
I'm
that with
sorry.
June, too.
Oh, there you
That-
go.
That's what we're doing, though. We had an interesting discussion about
Yeah.
Dune. That's why
Yeah.
we do the show, though.
So,
can take a look.
streaming giant Netflix has struck a first-look deal with Boom Studios, the comic book publisher behind franchises including Lumberjanes, Something is Killing the Children, Once and Future, and Mouse Guard. So,
I must point
yeah.
out that Lumberjanes is by the people, the lady who did She-Ra, the new She-Ra series.
Lumberjanes is great. Rosie's read a bunch
Lumber-
of those. Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
I want that to be an animated series so badly.
It could easily
would
be an animated series.
So
Yeah,
perfect.
absolutely.
It's like built for animated series.
That'd be
It really
pretty
is.
cool. Well, maybe Netflix will do it. I mean, if they've got,
That's what I'm hoping.
yeah, they might be looking at that one.
Please,
Yeah.
Netflix. You
I would
already
watch
worked with
that.
us once.
I flipped through one of the books just
I
to
love
see
Noel's
what Rosie
work.
was reading, and I liked the look of it. It looks like a lot of fun. Universal Pictures and Amasia Entertainment are partnering together to bring a brand new film based on the classic comic book characters, the Green Hornet and Kano.
Ooh,
Nice.
sweet. Always down for that.
Kano or Kato? Do you mean Kato?
Maybe it's
'Cause
Kato.
that was his sidekick, was Kato.
I think it's a typo.
Kano.
I think
I
it's-
love
I think-
Kano. He's
I
my
think-
favorite
Good old
sidekick.
Kano. Huh?
I think he's typing on a cell phone, so yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Come on.
It was my favorite Mortal Kombat
My
character.
favorite
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah.
Oh, Mortal Kombat.
That's an interesting pairing. The Green Hornet
Green
meets
Hornet
Kano.
confirmed for new
Yeah.
Kano.
Green Hornet confirmed for the next DLC.
Yeah. J.J. Abrams has set his first 3 series. Has set his first 3 series at HBO Max. Warner Media's forthcoming streaming service has handed out straight-to-series orders for Duster, The Shining offshoot Overlook, and a live-action series based on the Justice League Dark Universe. Very nice. Abrams will serve as executive producer for all 3. I'd actually be interested to see the Overlook.
What's Dust? Did you say Duster?
Duster.
Yeah, Duster. Yeah. I don't know. We don't know what it is.
I don't know.
To me, that sounds like maybe it could be a Western.
Like a Western.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
kind of what
I
I
love
was
Western.
thinking. Yeah. Actors Stellan Skarsgård and Kyle Soller have joined the cast of the Disney Plus Star Wars series based around Rogue One character Cassian Andor. Nice. I like that Stellan
cool.
Skarsgård is getting into so much genre stuff. I always really liked him. In an interview with USA Today, filmmaker Kevin Smith revealed that he's 20 pages away from completing the screenplay for his Mallrats sequel, Twilight of the Mallrats. Furthermore,
Interesting.
Smith elaborated that the ongoing COVID-19 situation will be reflected in the script, says the script is being reformed as we speak by the pandemic, by coronavirus, because clearly this is something that affects us going forward from now through all time. Nobody's forgetting about this. This isn't a minor blip in the history of humanity. Everything we do from here on in the arts that reflects life is going to include this time in our history. It's not like you can ignore it. It's very true.
It's gonna be traumatic, and it's going to affect you.
There's
You're
a-
gonna see in the next 10 years or so horror films that are gonna reflect the subtext, or with
Yeah.
subtext that reflect this time.
There will
Because
be
people lived through this in their childhood, and it's gonna affect them.
there.
And apparently, adding on to that, Kevin Smith is trying to get Bruce Campbell.
No.
Very nice.
Oh.
Yeah,
with,
it's basically going to be a
Mallrats.
pre and post COVID-19 world. This is a moment in history, people. Video game news, which we'll get to in a moment. In memoriam. Holy shit, this list just gets bigger and bigger every
When
week.
you
I
say
swear.
in a
think
moment, I'm
16.
like,
Yeah.
Take a
I believe
draw.
you mean in several
All right,
moments.
let's try not
sadly.
to interrupt during this. Let's just get through this.
Yeah.
Alan Davio, cinematographer with a career spanning over 4 decades, from 1967 until 2010. His resume reads like a spreadsheet of recognizable film work. E.T. the Extraterrestrial, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, The Color Purple, Harry and the Hendersons, and many others. He was nominated for and won numerous awards, including 5 Academy Award nominations and 2 BAFTA nominations with 1 win. So, Tim Brooke Taylor, English comedian and actor with a career beginning in 1964 and spanning over 55 years. He was best known as a member of The Goodies, starring in the television series throughout the 1970s and picking up international recognition in Australia, Canada, and New Zealand. I actually did see a bit of The Goodies when I was a kid. They repeated some of them on PBS back in the day. Tavares Jackson, American professional football player who was a quarterback in the NFL from 2006 to 2015. Jackson played for the likes of the Minnesota Vikings, Buffalo Bills, and the Seattle Seahawks, winning a Super Bowl championship in the process. Paul Haddad, British-born Canadian actor and voice actor with a career spanning over 3 decades, best known for his voice work on 90s Free Willy animated series, Quicksilver in the 90s X-Men animated series, and most famously Leon S. Kennedy in the original Resident Evil 2. Hank Steinbrenner, American businessman who was a part owner and co-chairman of the New York Yankees and of Major League Baseball. John H. Conway, English mathematician active in the theory of finite groups, knot theory, number theory, combinatorial game theory, and coding theory. He also made contributions to many branches of recreational mathematics, most notably the invention of the cellular automaton called the Game of Life. Very nice. I played that.
I played that too.
Keiji Fujiwara, accomplished Japanese actor and voice actor, nearly 40 years in the business, known for such work as Maze Hughes in Full Metal Alchemist, Holland in Eureka 7, Axel in Kingdom Hearts, and many others. In the live-action field, he was most known for dubbing actor Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man and Tony Stark. Anne Sullivan, American animator from the 1950s to 2004, who primarily worked for Disney Animation. She worked on the likes of Oliver and Company, The Little Mermaid, The Lion King, Lilo and Stitch, and many others. This one hit a lot of people, I think. Brian Dennehy, American actor of film, stage, and television with a career spanning over 45 years, known for such roles as Sheriff Will Teasel in 1982's First Blood, 1985's Cocoon, 1995's Tommy Boy, he was also in FX, and many others. Yeah, Brian Dennehy was one of those actors I saw in pretty much everything growing up. Very.
He's in a million movies, like no joke.
Yeah, he was a wonderful actor, very personable. Even when he played an asshole character, he was still somehow likable, because it was Brian Dennehy, you know. Danny Goldman, American actor, voice actor, and casting director with a career starting in 1963 until 2012. He is most widely recognized as the voice of Brainy Smurf in Hanna-Barbera's The Smurfs from 1989 to 1989. I think it means 1979 to 1989. And is the inquisitive medical student in the opening scene of 1974's Young Frankenstein. That's why I recognized his voice. Of course, he was Brainy. Yeah, Danny Goldman was great. He played a lot of those types of nebbish characters. That was kind of what he was known for. Character actor.
Character actor of the highest order.
Oh, he was great, yeah. Jimmy Webb, punk fashion stylist and longtime manager of New York City's trash and vaudeville. As a stylist, Webb helped to dress artists and musicians such as the Ramones, Beyonce, Lady Gaga, Joan Jett, Sebastian Bach, and many others. Joel M. Reed, American film director, producer, and screenwriter with a career going all the way back to 1968, behind such cult hits as 1976's Blood-Sucking Freaks, 1976's Bloodbath, 1981's Night of the Zombies, and many others.
Rip a true genre legend.
Yeah, absolutely. Ricky May, American voice actor and theatrical performer, director, and teacher from Seattle, Washington. May provided the English language voice for Peppy Hare in Star Fox 64 and Soldier in Team Fortress 2, among many other video games. That's definitely a blow. I know that's a lot of people's childhoods in this room. Steve Cash. Oh, I just found out about this the other day. I couldn't believe it. Steve Cash, YouTube performer, famous for the Talking Kitty Cat video series, which was one of Rosie's favorites when she was a kid, when she was younger. She really loved that one.
That was a tragedy.
Cash had 4.3 million subscribers and over 770 million views on his channel. Yeah, that one sadly was suicide. He was bipolar and I guess just hit an all-time low in the depressive state, probably due to all the crazy shit going on in the world right now.
Suicides have spiked, yes.
And yeah, he took his own life, and it's unfortunate. He was 40, I believe. He's not even that old.
Yeah, I think he was 40. I think that's right.
But that's
a real tragedy.
That was a great, definitely a blow to the YouTube community. His channel was beloved by many. Very funny creator. And the Fink, Howard Finkel, iconic professional wrestling ring announcer, and the very first employee of WWE, remaining with the company for 45 years. Other than being the voice for many generations of wrestling fans, Finkel also coined the name WrestleMania and joined the WWE Hall of Fame in 2009. There's one more.
A legendary voice.
Yes. There's one more that I have to add here. Doctor Who fans suffered a loss this week. We lost Pip Baker, the husband half of the writing team of Pip and Jane Baker. Jane Baker, his wife, passed away in September of 2014. Pip and Jane Baker wrote a lot of the 80s stories together, such as The Mark of the Rani, Terror of the Vervoids, The Ultimate Foe, and Time and the Rani. What?
Did you mention Ranjit Chowdhury from The Office?
Okay, can I finish this one first?
Sorry.
So anyway, they wrote a lot of notable stories from the 80s, such as Mark of the Rani, Terror of the Vervoids, Ultimate Foe. They were given the unenviable task of concluding the epic 4-part story of Trial of a Time Lord after Robert Holmes unexpectedly passed away before he could finish it, and Eric Sayward had a falling out with the producer over his script, so they had to do their own script without using any elements from the previous scripts and somehow find a resolution to the story. What they came up with, honestly, is one of my all-time favorite Doctor Who single episodes, and I think they did a brilliant job of it. It's so much fun, and we'll be watching that one very soon in our Doctor Who viewings.
Good.
And, of course, they are most notable for introducing the Rani, which was essentially another renegade Time Lord that even the Master was kind of afraid of. And wonderful character. And so, yeah, unfortunately, we lost him this week.
So the latest post in TV and episodic needs to be added to this section.
Okay, TV and episodic. Let me just find it here. Where the hell am I going? There we go. TV and episodic.
Third from the bottom.
Third from the bottom. Scrolling down. Trying to get to the bottom. There we are. Okay.
Well, but post at the very bottom. Sorry.
Oh, here we are.
The very latest post.
Okay, yeah. Ranjit Chowdhury passed away at 64. Best known for playing Vikram on The Office. Late breaking
That got posted.
news.
That got posted after I think the news did, or maybe Raptor didn't see it. It's fine.
You might not have seen it. Well, he can't be everywhere.
Yeah, I know, right?
And I don't think anyone posted about Pit Baker. I meant to post it in the Doctor Who board, but I got sidetracked. But yeah, so that was unfortunate.
Well,
I should mention Pip and Jane Baker also wrote a couple of novelizations as well. They did novelizations of all their own stories. Also did a Find Your Fate story called Race Against Time, which is basically Doctor Who Choose Your Own Adventure style story.
Oh, nice. That is a real. I'd like to own that. I love choose your own adventure books type stuff.
Yeah, no, they
Find Your Fate.
Find Your Fate. Yeah, they didn't do too many of those, but they did do a few. Mostly featuring the Sixth Doctor. I think they came out in that era. But yeah, cool stuff. So that is it for the obituaries. Good Lord, it just gets.
That was crazy long.
Yeah, there was a lot this week.
Let's pick things up with some gaming news.
So now let's have
That's
some
why we
gaming
say-
news. Yeah,
That's why we say the gaming news last, so we don't end on a sad note.
exactly. Yeah.
Positive.
Let's go grab some water real quick. I'll be right back.
All right. So,
I don't play any. I don't have Apple anything.
neither do I.
007. I don't play with Apple anything.
I have
or refuse.
an iBook G4 laptop, ironically.
I've got an Android Pixel XL 6 or whatever it's called.
It's an old fucking.
The newest Pixel.
Uh,
Oh, that's cool though.
Old fucking laptop from like 1999.
I'm also not much for phone games, and I'm also not a phone reader. I usually read physical books, actually. So, but I like. But thank you for the recommendation. So, you can't stop playing it. Nice. Yeah. See, I can't. You know, I don't play digital games. I've even had a tablet. I don't play digital games. I just don't. I want a tablet so I can read my digital comics. I have a very large digital comic collection thanks to Humble Bundle. And that's about it. And I just want to be able to lay in bed and read it like the rest of my comics. I just want to get I'm going to probably go on Amazon one of these days and buy one of them $120 12-inch basic bitch tablets, because all it's got to do is open a goddamn PDF or comic book file, you know?
Yeah.
Doesn't have to do anything fancy.
Well, I'm one of them. Okay, thank you.
I did pay for Fantasy Flight Games Arkham Horror Omen. What's it called? Omen Elder Sign. Elder Sign is what it was. I do have that. I just never play the fucking thing. My phone is a tool for research, a tool to entertain me while I poop. That's it. I don't really do anything else with it. I don't even communicate with people with it because I don't like text messaging or phone calls.
One thing I got this week, cheap chocolate. So much chocolate. This isn't even all of it. I ate a bunch of it.
I didn't get any, unfortunately. Savages got it all.
Yeah.
I'll be making a trek out to the store tomorrow, so.
I can't eat candy right now because of my teeth.
But
I did want to show you that I did get this.
Nice.
Nice.
Top of M&M's.
It's as big as my head.
Are those just the milk chocolate ones?
Yeah, just
Because you can suck on them like candy. And you don't need to chew them.
Yeah, no, just
They're
don't.
so good though.
Don't.
Oh yeah, so
I went on the
Those
Tuesday
gumdrops.
after Easter Monday, and normally all the chocolate's cleared out by then, but this year, nope. Hardly anybody went, I guess. There was like so much there.
I wonder
All
why.
half price, and so I just kind of
I
loaded
don't know, I can
up.
just picture Sean
All
standing
covered
there,
in
just
COVID.
taking his arm and just going.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, that's what I would have done.
I might actually go back just to see if there's anything left. There might actually still be stuff there. But,
Covered in 3 different strains of
I'm
COVID.
gonna have a Reese egg.
Because all the children in the universe have touched it.
That's fine.
Not really, because the way the pandemic hit. But anyway.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyway,
So, video game news?
video game news.
video game news.
Alrighty, so the first one here, there was a bit of an announcement from I know Sean's favorite company, Limited Run Games. They announced. Anybody remember Chex Quest?
Yes.
I do.
I didn't care
They
about
are-
it then. I don't care about it now.
They are doing a they have several versions of this. The most expensive being a like $217 edition that comes with all this shit and a vinyl record of the soundtrack.
That's cool.
Reese's Pieces
Not my
in it.
thing.
That one's already sold out though. So now they have the
Of course it
Chex
is.
Warrior edition, which is I'm guessing it's just a PC remaster.
Yep.
And it comes with Chex Quest for PC in a beautiful foil rigid box, which looks like it's the old Chex cereal box.
Yeah.
USB with game and official soundtrack, which by the way the USB is off to the side and it's a full size floppy.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
It has the original print on the floppy disk.
That's
It has
neat.
an 18 by 24 flip reversible poster, an 8 by 10 concept art lithograph, enamel pins, 2 of them, a piece of Chex keychain, which is literally just Chex, an extra large T-shirt. It says Zorch 'em all, and intergalactic Chexadalian bravery metal coin. 2 large stickers, a full-size Zorcher replica with activated lights and sound,
I want that. That's cool. That's a cool thing.
and a metal Chex Warrior statue.
So basically, they put in all this stuff because they knew really nobody gives a shit about the game. It's fucking
Pretty much.
Chex Quest.
It's just it's nostalgia, so the game's gonna be like
nostalgia,
30
and
bucks. by
it's one of
itself.
those. I had a feeling you wouldn't much care about it
No,
because this was really towards our generation
no.
when we were like 7, 8 years old, and this thing was a free thing you can grab in a box of Chex.
I know.
And it.
And now
I mean, like now
you can
back
pay
then,
$217 for it, like an idiot.
back
Wow.
then, we bought a box of cereal and it came with a Doom clone game in the box. That was
Yeah.
fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of really good memories of it. And,
Me too.
Sure.
So yeah,
Is
that
there a
was kinda cool to
regular
see.
edition?
Well, maybe I'll get the
Yeah,
game
there
when
is
it
a
goes
regular
for
edition
99
that's
cents
40
on
bucks.
Steam. Yeah.
They
And
started
it-
doing regular editions that aren't limited, so
Yeah.
that's kind of cool.
yeah,
At least
the
they're doing
regular-
that now.
Good.
And I mean, even the regular edition has, has Chex Quest for PC inside a 2-disc jewel case with the original game soundtrack, the reversible 18 by 24 poster, and the game manual. So it actually does come with some swag. So
Yeah, game manual's cool.
and the poster.
Completely useless, by the way, having a game manual for that game.
So that's that.
I mean, the game manual is 4 pages long. It's Chex Quest, you idiot. Figure it out.
Yeah,
right.
it's
Yeah.
literally it's fucking.
You are cereal. You shoot things.
It's Doom.
It's Doom. If you've played Doom, you could figure out fucking Chex Quest.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So next bit of news here. Crytek has announced that yes, they are indeed remastering the original Crysis,
Cool.
and it's coming out for PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. So
Doesn't it already
wanna
look
see-
really good,
Can
though?
it run Crisis?
Mm.
I want to watch you make this Switch chug.
Mm.
yes, we're gonna make this.
Like,
Switch
it's gonna get so
stream.
hot in your hands.
The next bit of news here on May 12th, Star Wars Pod Racing is coming to PS4 and Switch,
Hmm.
remastered.
Cool.
So, Yeah, I mean, it looks great. It's the classic pod racing, the one from the N64 and the Dreamcast. I'm thinking they're basing it off of the Dreamcast version
Revenge,
and,
right? That's what it's
and
called?
Was that the better
remastering it
one?
from there.
Well, I think the remastered version is already available on Steam, isn't it?
No, I think that's just a port of the old PC release.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a port. I mean, yeah.
So yeah,
Playable, I think.
next bit of news here, we have an official launch trailer for again another remastered double pack of Another World and Flashback
Oh, cool.
coming to PS4, I think PC and Switch.
Remastered yet again.
Yes. Yeah, this is another one of those games that's
Third
been
time,
remastered,
I think.
many times.
Well, Another World especially.
Flashback not as often. I
No.
think maybe only once.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have it on PS3.
But yeah, this is a nice physical release. They're doing double pack.
That's cool.
Looks good.
Well, cool. I mean, great. I hope more people find it. Good
Oh
games.
yeah, definitely. I mean, I'll never not be upset about another remaster collection of these two games specifically,
Yeah.
because these are games that people need to play.
Absolutely. They're classics. And very cutting edge for their day.
Oh yeah. And if
I'll probably give them for my Switch eventually.
and if you're at all
Someday,
curious, if
I'll
you've
get
never
a Switch.
heard Another World, you may know it by its other title, Out of This World.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe Another World is the European title,
Correct.
and the U.S. really is Out of This World.
Which I've never confirmed, but I always assumed they changed because there's a long-running soap opera here called Another World. And perhaps they didn't want to confuse it with that. No, it's not a game based on the soap opera.
I've heard dumber reasons that people have changed their names
Yeah.
of the games that they were working on.
I mean, it could have been a trademark thing. They could not
well,
have
that's
been
true.
able
It
to.
might have
Sometimes
been
it could be just
like
as
a
Another World could have
down
been working
to
on a video game
they
that never
don't
released.
they
you
don't
know?
think having Another World printed on the front of a box would appeal to that country's market.
Yeah.
Well,
That had nothing to do with copyright or anything. They
Yeah.
just
It could
didn't
be
think it
something.
would
There was
sound good.
Yeah.
there's a lot of FMV like video games. It could have easily been doing Another World video game
No,
at
they
that time, so the trademark was taken, right? And it could be that simple too.
They weren't.
I mean, it never came out, obviously, because we've never seen it. But
So Sony announced the Play at Home initiative due to the COVID-19 outbreak, saying stay safe and pick up Uncharted, the Nathan Drake collection, and Journey for free. No needing a PlayStation Plus
That's right.
account to get these.
It's free for
From
everybody.
April 15th until May 5th.
Mm-hmm.
And they're yours to keep.
I like to
Yep,
eat them
I got
ass first,
both.
Sean.
I grab. Huh?
I like to eat them ass first, so you can hear the screams longer.
Well,
Like a savage she-wolf that I am.
I suppose.
I still love the old.
Is that a solid hunk of cheddar, by the way, or is it
Yes, it is.
Solid.
nice?
Yeah. Just a
I still like
big
the old
chunk of
Easter
chocolate.
meme picture where it has like the bunny with his ears missing, the other one with its ass bitten off.
Oh yeah.
The one says "My ass hurts," and the other one goes "What?"
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, if you have a PS4, go onto the PlayStation Network, PlayStation Store, pick yourself up the Nathan Drake collection and Journey, specifically Journey. That is a fantastic game.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap!
Same
I
here,
have
Brinsley.
that on my PS3, but I got
Get
it.
the PS4 version.
I got it on PS4 because it's like I might as well have it on here too.
So yeah, from April 15th to till May 5th is when those are going to be available.
I
Be sure
grabbed
to
Journey
head over there and
because I
grab
already
those.
have Uncharted on disc.
Yeah, I need to go on and grab Journey. I haven't yet.
No, Journey's one I've had my eye on for a long time. I think I played the demo a while back.
Yeah, that
They're
was
a good
really-
band. I like
really
that band.
Journey was made by the same people who did Flow and Flower,
Flower is one of my favorite games. I want Flower so bad.
and they were a independent team headed by a woman named Kelly Santiago. And the reason I know that is because she was brought on as lead marketing manager for the Ouya.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, she ran very fast. As soon as that thing hit the market and like it exploded with how bad it was, yeah, she hightailed it out of there pretty damn quickly. So next one, we got another release trailer for a game called Shadow Gangs.
Oh yeah, this looks weird.
It is literally, if you've ever played the arcade game Shinobi, it's Shinobi.
Oh.
100%. Like, I even put in the notes, Shinobi palette swap. Because it has the same game mechanic where you just walk to the side and you can hop from level to level, and you just sit there and throw shurikens and have a samurai sword. And it even has the little shuriken throw mini game, except you're not throwing shurikens, you have an Uzi. And you're moving the Uzi back and forth, shooting ninjas that are running by.
I didn't think about it, but yeah, you're right. Yeah.
It's 100% the arcade version of Shinobi.
It's an homage,
funny.
clearly.
Yeah. Not a ripoff.
But yeah,
an
but
homage.
it's obviously modern graphics, modern
Yeah.
HD art, and it looks fun. It looks really good. If you're a fan of the old Shinobi, check out Shadow Gangs. It looks interesting.
Speaking of FMV games, I feel like Cass's camera there is Cass the FMV game.
Right?
And I'm like, I'm waiting to see some like creepy monster or something peek in through the window over there.
Yeah.
I feel like I could click on something and like a face will appear.
Yeah.
Or
Or
like-
you click
I
on
feel
something
like-
and you see another room, you know?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
And Cass is
Trying to
there
find the
without
room
pants
where-
on, like preparing food.
Where did Cass go? Yeah. Cass, the game.
So yeah, I
it's
saved
like
I
Night
saved
Trap,
the most,
but it's Cass's bedroom.
Yeah.
You're waiting for
I
someone to
saved the
climb
most
in.
more
interesting
scary.
bit of news for last year because it has a little bit of a explanation. It's simply called Seinfeld Adventure: The Unofficial Pitch.
All of
God.
this.
Yeah, and I'm gonna read the little beginning part,
Okay.
and it says, "Hello, the internet. We are I'm gonna butcher these people's names. We are Jacob Janarka, who made Paradigm, played by the likes of people like PewDiePie and Jacksepticeye, and Ivan Dixon, who directed the animated clips for Childish Gambino's Feel Like Summer, and pixel intros for The Simpsons, Adventure Time, and Rick and Morty.
Oh, cool.
He goes, "We would like to pitch you a game about nothing, set in the Seinfeld verse." And I watched the trailer for this, and holy crap. It is if you've ever played Day of the Tentacle, if you've ever played pretty much any of the older LucasArts games,
Cass is just
Like,
in time for this one.
Curse of Monkey Island.
Curse of Monkey Island,
Couldn't think of
like,
the fucking name.
Day of the Tentacle,
Maniac Mansion. was
Maniac
thinking-
Mansion.
One you're trying to think of. I think.
and if you need a newer one, Thimbleweed Park.
Thimbleweed Park.
Say what this is again for Cass, because he just walked back in.
Sorry,
Say
I was
what?
pooping.
He would love this, especially.
Yes.
Oh yeah. So yeah, okay, pointing towards you, Cass here.
Okay.
There is I'm doing the gaming news, and there's Seinfeld Adventure, the unofficial pitch. It says, "Hello, the internet. We are Jacob Janarka, who made Paradigm, played by the likes of PewDiePie and Jacksepticeye,
a
and
weird
Ivan
flex.
Dixon,
Gotta say.
who directed the animated clip of Childish Gambino's Feel Like Summer, and pixel intros for The Simpsons, Adventure Time, and Rick and Morty. Because we would like to pitch you a game about nothing, set in the Seinfeld verse."
Nice.
And it is a point-and-click adventure game, playing off of games like Secret of Monkey Island, Maniac Mansion, Thimbleweed Park, and
Full Throttle.
Full Throttle. Well, yeah, actually less like Full Throttle.
Yeah. Fair.
Because it's one of those, there's no like walking in and out of the frame. It's like everything walks from side to side for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it all has this pixel art, and it just looks amazing. It's so smooth, and it has they showed off the inventory system, and it's
I've never watched Seinfeld for the most part. I've seen like a few episodes.
Wow.
and
We
it,
talk about this every time, but
What?
that game makes me want to watch the whole series just so I can play the game and then get all the references. 'Cause
We
I love
should,
playing. Click
it literally says, "You may be thinking, you idiots, why would you make a game based off a sitcom that last aired over 20 years ago and potentially incur the wrath of lawyers like Reddit user DingDong313 warned you about?" Yes, but yes, okay. Actual lawyers have warned us not to touch it, although some of you may suggest it's worth us taking the risk of huge financial debt as long as you get to play the game.
Yeah.
As it turns out, Seinfeld is actually still incredibly relevant. It shows how it's timeless, with the show's streaming rights bought by Netflix recently for $500 million.
Wow.
He goes, we want to do the official way. However, we believe that pitching to the internet will show the demand for such a game.
Yeah.
Which will provide a better chance for this becoming a thing and just sending a cold email. He goes, we want our emails to be warm, if that makes any sense.
Warm.
And this whole thing.
Warm email. Tastes delicious.
You can go to SeinfeldGame.com and just read the whole pitch on why pitch to the internet, why Seinfeld is why it's a point and click.
That's
what kind of game are you making?
SeinfeldGame.com.
And it's
why is it a point and click? Because what, you're gonna make a shoot 'em up adventure for Seinfeld?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That'd be funny. Yeah.
It could be an FMV game, but then you have to hire all the actors.
Well, maybe in the midst of our sitcomness, we can throw some Seinfeld into the mix there.
I'm not opposed to this.
Yes.
So.
Because I've got the set,
however,
so that's easy. Easy.
It says, who's the audience? And pretty much it says its main focus will be 20 to 35-year-old millennials who grew up with the technology and watched Seinfeld.
Yeah. I still know a lot of them by heart, but I'd be happy to rewatch.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's still a bunch I haven't even seen yet, like some of the later seasons. So
I've seen random episodes.
There's exactly one episode I've never seen, and I'm like still saving it because there's
somehow I remember something to do with a salad bar.
Oh yeah.
okay.
I know that one.
That's all I know.
Yeah, that one specifically had to do with the sneeze guard on the salad bar.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that's right. That's all. I think I've seen that episode all the way through for sure.
Okay.
My absolute favorite, one of my favorite episodes of that show is the one where they're trying to get a table at a restaurant.
At the Chinese restaurant.
That's like the
oh
first
my
episode,
god.
isn't it?
No. It's one of the earlier ones though. It's one of the earlier ones.
First ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it works like a play almost.
Oh yeah, it does. It's all
just,
basically
the
one
entire
set.
episode is just that one spot.
Yeah. Where they're trying to get a table.
We're living in a society here.
That's right.
Yeah, brilliant episode.
It's a brilliant episode. The other one, I think the first one I ever saw was the one where they were in the parking garage trying to find the car. And it's literally them trying to find the damn car through the entire episode.
Yep.
And then they find I won't say what happens, but
see, that's awesome. That's like comedy gold there. You can do a lot of
that's one of the reasons Seinfeld was so great and why I loved it so much is because it didn't follow the standard sitcom formula. They would often do kind of experimental things like that and do them brilliantly, and it was just such a clever and creative show.
I like a good comedy sitcom, but like sitcom format's like so not what I'm into watching right now.
No.
So that sounds like it'd be my.
It's very much about the characters and just kind of observations about life and stuff like that.
What's neat with that one too is, of course, something as I would notice is after a while you start to see a lot of the same cars in the background.
Yes.
And then before that was they actually only had a very small
cast.
Exactly. It was a very small garage that they filmed in.
Yeah.
And because they had access to a certain portion of it, so there's only like 10 cars in the background or something. But they used a bunch of like mirrors and camera tricks on that to actually make it look a lot bigger.
Make it look bigger, yeah.
And just kind of shot different parts at different angles, so it looked like they're on a different level, or
they had like different labeling for the pillars to indicate that it was different sections of the parking garage and things like that.
Interesting.
Like,
now we're in the green section. Or,
yeah, it was very smart the way they did it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've seen like Friends all the way through.
Yeah.
I've seen lots of the other sitcoms. Mad About You, Frasier. Like
Mad About
it's
You
all like
great. Yeah.
Like they're great, but like I'm seeing the fucking sitcom. They're all the fucking same
format. Yeah.
I've seen 10 seasons of Friends. I've seen almost every standard sitcom setup ever.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you would enjoy. I'm sure you would enjoy Seinfeld then because it's got it kind of takes that and puts it on its ear. I mean, it was co-created by Jerry Seinfeld and Larry David. And,
so when I was a kid, I would change the channel after the comedy bit at the beginning. It's like, oh yeah, comedy. Like, because he just stand up.
Yeah, he
I
does
like
the stand-up.
I always love stand up comedy. So I'd stay for standing comedy bit, and these other people would show up and I would just change the channel. Yeah, all right,
it's usually bookended because it's like he's playing a caricature of himself, where his character is a stand-up comic. And so it starts and ends with the stand-up comedy, which usually ties into the episode in some way.
Oh, so yeah, he usually
it's like
a
when
real life reference to the show.
Yeah.
It's like we're talking like Mary Chandeline's show or whatever. That showed up at a time when I just wasn't. It didn't hit me at the right time. I'm at the right age now. I'm fucking jaded enough and seen enough life that I think these kind of shows would be more resonant to me.
Definitely.
You know?
Oh yeah. Well, the Gary Shandling show and Larry Sanders show, both by Gary Shandling. Gary Shandling was just one of the great neurotic comedic writers and actors, and both of those shows are brilliant in completely different ways. I mean, Gary Shandling's show, again,
HBO and which
Larry Sanders.
That's the one I remember the most.
Yeah,
so.
Gary Shandling's show is another one where you just kind of took the sitcom format and set it on its ear, and then in a completely different way from how Seinfeld does it. Larry Sanders' show was the one that just completely lampoons and satirizes the whole world of talk shows and stuff, and it's just fucking brilliant. You got you got Gary Shandling as the just neurotic, constantly worrying about everything talk show host. Larry Sanders, you got Rip Torn as his grab life by the balls producer. You got Janine Garofalo as like one of the production assistants.
I love Janine Garofalo.
I really like her too.
And you got Jeffrey Tambor as Hank Kingsley,
awesome.
his sort of Ed McMahon sidekick. It's just
Have you ever seen Arrested Development, Sean?
No, I haven't. No.
Fuck,
I need to see that one.
Such a great show.
But
that's another show we should do for this.
It's
this
great.
Whole thing.
Yeah. So Larry Sanders is definitely one that we'll do at some point. I've been rewatching some of it, and it's just as brilliant now as it was 30 years ago. It's amazing.
That's the one where he plays the TV exec, right?
He's the TV talk show host.
Yeah, that's what it is.
He's like a David Letterman, Jay Leno type.
It was like I said. I would come on after I was done watching whatever was before it, and I would be like, oh, okay, it's not my thing.
Yeah.
I was like at 13 when.
Well, I remember
14 or whatever.
I remember showing.
I wanted naked ladies and explosions.
I remember showing Larry Sanders to a friend of mine, and he thought it was a legit talk show because, of course, it starts that way when you're watching it. It starts off with the opening titles of the talk show, like the fictional talk show, and then with his opening monologue. But then it cuts to after he does the monologue, he goes backstage, and then he's like, "Oh fuck, Arnie, I don't know what I'm doing." Blah blah. It's just all the behind the scenes drama of his life, and then they realize, well,
I'm down for that show too.
This is different. This is very different than what I thought.
I've been to film school, so I kind of know like behind the scenes stuff. So watching that stuff really gives me a tickle. I love that.
Yeah. Same here. I love that.
It's a weird thing to say, but you get my point.
The way they did it is just so good. It's such a great ensemble cast. And then I think I was saying before, like a lot of the guests on the show are actual celebrities that they would have come to the show and basically do parodies of themselves. Sometimes of their own perceived prima donna-ness or whatever, and it's great to see that so many celebrities came onto the Larry Sanders Show and were willing to very bravely make fun of themselves like that.
So I have seen the Festivus poll episode. I was forced to watch it in
Festivus for the rest of us
in film school, and I was such a curmudgeon at the time that I literally just started ripping on the characters the entire time. I didn't want to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because I was being forced to watch it. It was only something I was like, "Oh,
come
watch this with us."
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't want to watch. You can't do that to me.
No.
I love the airing of grievances. He's like, I've had a lot of problems with you people this year. And it's like how ever interacts with.
And now you're gonna hear about it. Yeah.
I've definitely seen that episode. It's a pretty famous episode.
These people have even created a plot synopsis for if they were to make their own episode.
Oh god.
Simply titled "The Email."
The email. Okay.
And it's this whole. I mean, like I could see it as an actual plot. And it's like, oh my god.
We did Faulty Towers. Faulty Towers was great.
We did most of Faulty Towers. I think we didn't do the last 3 episodes, but we did most of it.
I was gonna say, 'cause I haven't seen the last 3 episodes, so that's how I know.
We did most of it. We did 9 of the 12.
Well, maybe we should do that sometime.
Maybe we should do that. We'll wrap it up, or just
for the last 3 episodes.
We'll just watch them again because it's been so long since we saw them anyway, and they're infinitely rewatchable. So.
Oh yeah, I'd be down for just.
Well, Worm Disease has never seen it, so there you go.
Really? What's Faulty Towers? Oh my god, dude.
Oh my god,
this is why you hang out with us. We give you some much needed culture. Faulty Towers was what John Cleese did after he left Monty Python's Flying Circus. It was basically where he plays this character.
Another one I need to see.
Yeah, Monty Python is great. But it basically where he plays this hotel manager named Basil Fawlty, and it's just about all the and he's just this sort of brash, constantly angry control freak hotel manager where everything goes wrong for him, no matter what he tries to do. He's just trying to run his frickin' hotel, and everything goes wrong. And he has this attitude like, I could run this hotel properly if it wasn't for all the damn guests.
Yes.
You know?
Job is perfect. I run from the fucking customers.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, yeah, exactly. So, it's very funny, and it's just, every episode is a comedy of errors, and,
slapstick buffoonery.
There's slapstick, and also just the way they're structured is so brilliant. Like, everything will start off fairly normal, and then over the course of the episode, everything will just, like, fall to shambles in the most brilliantly constructed way.
Every chaotic way possible.
Everything,
falls apart.
and then there'll be some callback to some random thing that happened at the beginning of the episode that ties it all together, and it's like,
and of course there'll be some dumb thing Basil has said that now he's got to eat his fucking words on.
Yeah,
you know, always.
It's
Christ.
such a good
Stop
show.
Opening your mouth, Basil.
It's very funny. Very, very funny
it's
show.
It's very fucking good. But yeah, we should watch that again.
Yeah,
I'd be down
that'd be a good one. That'd be a good one. And it's only 12.
And the Happy Drugs on Fun Time Hour, whatever the fuck that one's called.
The Happy,
That's a one night viewing at least.
The Happy Fun Time Drunken on Drugs Hour or something. I forget. It's a big long.
That was probably one of the most fun experiences I've ever had with my bros on Beatles.
It was ridiculous. Yeah.
So good.
So is that it?
Useless.
Yeah. Is that it for gaming news, Garbage Gamer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ties falling off.
So, pickups?
Pickups?
I have
pickups.
You have nothing.
A tie rack. It sucks.
Cool. You have a tie rack that does not hold ties, apparently.
No, they keep falling off.
Yeah, it doesn't hold ties. That means it sucks.
I put one on and like 3 more fall off. It's like.
Speaking of a comedy of errors,
why are you a comedy of errors?
It's a tie rack
like
that can only hold
try to
one
reassemble
tie.
that bloody windmill thing in Christmas Vacation. I put it on and knock another 3 off.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I have 13.
Can we see the tie rack?
Yeah, walk it up. This tie rack
Most
is
of
on
my
there.
stuff is from last month. That just got
All the ties fall off.
I just pictured like Sean coming over to my house and being like, "Oh, this is neat," just touches it and all the ties fall off.
I just say, "Can we see the tie rack?" And then he pulls it up, crumple.
Yeah.
There's one still hanging on it, and it's not even
Excellent.
hanging on the right part. It's on the hook.
You're not. That's not where you hang it.
No, he knows that. He just said that.
But there's other hooks there.
And
So
they
show
keep
us what
falling off
happens
with hooks
if you
somehow.
put it on the correct hook.
Yes, I put it on the hook.
Okay.
Oh, and then it falls.
Oh, you need to make a loop, Cass. You
How-
can't just unloop the fucking tie on there. It's
There's-
just supposed to put in a loop.
Just like how you
Put it around
tie
your
a
neck,
tie
get it set up,
is a
and
process.
you take it off, and you hang it on the loop.
Putting it on
Yeah.
the tie rack
Oh.
is a process.
So I have to tie all of
Malfunction did not read instructions.
fucking this.
That's fine. It's not pointless. You're supposed to hold. It's better to have your ties pre-tied.
Yeah,
You wash
that's true.
them,
Then
and
you
you
just take them
pre-tie them,
off.
and you hang them on the tie rack, and it's ready to go.
Yeah, you just take
Yeah,
them
well,
off. And then,
I like to do the knot like in the dress as I'm going to wear it that day.
Well, yeah, you do that, and then you just loosen it, take it off, and hang it on the tie rack.
You could always just do a
Okay.
temporary knot, like a little loose
Yeah.
one to make it not fall off. You know.
Okay, welcome to SNI, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to be tying ties for the rest of the evening.
Excellent.
Also, a lot of ties have that little cloth loop on the back. You could probably just hang it off that if you want it. Just hang it on the clip.
Yeah, there's got to be a way that it'll just hang there.
We will find a way for you to not waste money, my friend. We will figure it out. It might be a utensil thing in your kitchen, but we'll make sure it gets used.
God, how many ties do you have? I just saw like
Hey,
a bushel
don't judge
of
the man for
ties.
being smart looking. All right, important for his job to be fair.
Headphone cord.
See, I just keep
To be
all
fair-
my ties in a plastic bag in the closet, and I just take them out as I need them.
To be fair, Cass works.
Oh God.
He works as an accountant,
Wow.
so being dressed nicely is his job.
That's
so,
true.
Yeah.
you know, it's kind of important. It's like
Fair
a
enough.
uniform.
Okay, so
Yeah, I've also just collected them over the years. and
Josh, I'm trying to cover for you, nerd.
was that it for
Thank
your
you.
pickups? You got the
I
tie
have
rack?
one. Well, no, the tie rack actually I've had for a while. I
Oh,
was-
okay.
but I have one real one.
Okay.
Okay.
Excuse me. Am I on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, we
hi
haven't.
everybody.
We haven't started the show yet.
It's an experimental music video right here. It's a deleted scene from Unfriended.
I guess I'm full screen. So I didn't know somebody was also going first.
You're
But,
full screen.
anyway,
That's why we were talking to you. We wanted to know what your pickups
It
were.
just happened. It just
Okay.
kind of happened, Cass. Don't worry.
anyway, I bought a cassette player.
Hey, tape to
Yeah,
go.
Actually, there's a specific purpose for this.
Mhm.
I found the box that has all my old audio tapes in it.
Nice.
I knew roughly where it was in storage, but I decided, I want to try and digitize them, basically the ones that are salvageable.
For sure.
Smart.
And so I bought this thing for $40. It's actually USB, so it just connects directly into the computer.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, Ion. I'm
Convenient.
familiar with Ion. They do pretty good stuff, actually.
Yeah, the products are pretty decent.
Tape to go. I think
So-
they had one for videos as well, like VHS.
And for records.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I may check that out. I don't think I have a lot of VHS still that I had a few I just chucked actually. Ones like Mum made for me with like something she taped off TV, and I was
Oh.
like,
What
I
the
don't.
Should give
I'm
those to your
never
brother
go-
so
I'm
he can
never going to
maybe
watch
use
this.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Yeah.
commercials off them.
Yeah, she gave me one like that too. Is that she really wanted to watch this episode of Supernatural, so she like taped the episode of Supernatural and sent it to me, and then there was like some random movie or something too. I don't even remember.
Amazing.
Like, Mom.
I love your
Also,
mom,
it's
by
like
the way. I love that your mom's still in the 80s somehow.
I know.
Well, this is from a while ago. Like this is.
She doesn't have a cell phone,
Yeah.
doesn't really use the internet.
Well, she has a cell phone. It's just an ancient, barely still connects because the technology's so outdated cell phone.
Okay, so there's three things. There's three tapes I found from her. One was an episode of Patrick Stewart on Frasier.
Oh,
She really
nice.
wanted me to see,
Mm-hmm.
which I have since seen, and it was hilarious.
Okay.
Another one was, I think it was when I was actually out visiting her for Christmas one year, because it says Simpsons, etc., December 16th, 2007. I think I just asked her to throw a tape on and tape them for me because I was out
Okay.
when they were airing. So she taped them, and I don't think I actually ever watched them. So,
Oh, well, there you go.
but, yeah. And then the other one is the CBC documentary on Brian Mulroney.
Okay. There you go. So you probably want me to
Fuck
digitize
yeah.
that Brian Mulroney one for you.
Well, I'm sure I can probably get it through the CBC archives or something.
Or
but,
that, yeah. Well,
Double check.
or no,
it's
it's
not.
CTV actually. CTV.
CTV. Okay.
But
Wait, you
actually,
get
I have
access to the
tell it-
CTV archive? I'm confused. How does
and
that
she-
work?
Well, not CTV, but CBC does have digital archives of a lot of their old newscasts.
Oh,
It's right on
that's
their
cool.
website.
Yeah.
Not like the full broadcast, but just like particular articles on
Like
certain
stories
things.
and whatnot.
interesting. Okay.
There was
that's neat.
actually, I've been meaning to do this for years, but there was one that I was actually interviewed for something back in the 90s. It was about Calvin Klein's ads at the time, and are they too
What?
sexy?
Oh my god.
So-
I gotta see you get interviewed. You probably look like such a dork.
well,
Well,
the
Calvin
reporter
Klein,
was
too.
asking me like if they turned me on and stuff. I'm like, no.
Oh, I gotta
Oh my
see
god,
it.
we need to see
I
this.
need to
see
find
this.
it,
We
like,
got soundboard clips.
Do you
being
find
made.
these ads arousing? It's like, no.
That's the whole clip right there. That's the whole clip.
Do you really?
No.
I really want to
Do I
know
look
how
like
you
I find them
feel.
arousing?
Okay. Yeah.
Why? So dumb.
Anyway, that's it for my pickups. I'm going to be tying ties in the corner while everybody else.
Excellent. Look forward to
Poor-
many
poor
flubbed
cat.
tie tyings.
Damn it.
Stout, what you eating?
Already happened.
A bun?
I'm waiting to do my ice cream till after pickups.
Oh,
Oh, it's a
croissant.
fluffy croissant.
A croissant.
Fluffy
I love-
croissant
I love
that he's now got
croissants.
half cut in his mouth.
Are your fingers all greasy now? Do you not want to do your pickups yet because they're all greasy?
No.
Croissant grease or the
It's
croissant?
kind of an old croissant, too.
Oh, so it's all crunchy. Oh,
Yes,
This
you're
is
right
the one
again.
pickup I got.
Oh, nice.
just one? Very nice. Marlena Dietrich
Street
and James
Lives
Stewart.
Again.
Very
It's
good.
my last birthday present that I got.
Oh,
Nice.
happy birthday.
Pre-ordered this.
I look forward to watching that after having that title stuck in my head for years.
Destry rides again.
I have seen this. I think I've seen parts of this. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
in like a film class, and it struck me as something I really wanted to see. Never got a chance to see it, so
Oh.
yeah.
Well, there you
Here
go.
it is in
Okay.
Criterion.
I see
Hey,
that.
chance you say?
One of those really expensive releases because it's Criterion.
Yes.
Yes, they are expensive. For a reason, but they're expensive.
Prohibitively.
An
Some
essay by
cases.
critic Paran Smith-Mamie. Lux Radio Theater adaptation of the film from 1945. Wow, lots of cool stuff. Yeah. Anyway,
Lots
I
of
could keep
cool
going.
stuff.
Illustrated audio
Lots of
excerpts
cool
from a
stuff.
1973 oral history interview with director George Marshall conducted by the American Film Institute. New interview with Donald Dewey, author
I'd
of
watch
James
that too,
Stewart
man.
biography. New interview with critic Imogen Sarah Smith. And of
Fuck
course,
sakes.
it is a new 4K digital restoration by Universal Pictures in collaboration with the Film Foundation with uncompressed monaural
Son of a
soundtrack.
bitch.
I forget how to tie these.
I gotta go look it up.
Sorry.
It's okay. I don't know how to tie ties at all.
Well,
so I laugh, but
I
I'm
always have to
completely
look it up on the internet. I can never remember.
Even when
I
I look at the
remember-
internet, I
I
can't do it.
remember
I can't
the last
replicate
step.
it. I
I
can't
remember all
replicate
the
it.
last set, the one where you kind of go over and you go up and then you pull the knot through. That's the one I'm forgetting.
And around,
Someone taught me once
around,
physically how to do
around,
it, and I got it down for like a
over,
week, and then I forgot
under,
it.
through. Are you,
All
done?
right,
Are you
so-
done, Stoud?
Yes.
Are you just
I don't know,
admiring it
think of-
now?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Skinslip. I should make some popcorn, I think.
All right, so first up,
Got a mountain.
I don't collect 6-inch figures, but I bought a 6-inch figure. Here's the packaging.
Mhm.
Where's my camera? Oh, there it is. Okay, I forget. It's like so tiny on this 4K screen. Here's the figure. It's Shang-Chi, of course. in case you didn't
Hey.
read it.
Master of Kung
So-
Fu.
There are 8 extra pairs of hands,
All right, I remember this.
and there are 2 pairs of nunchucks, which are in another container. They look stupid, the nunchucks, because they're hard plastic. So they're one pair straight out, and
Oh,
one part is bent like a corner. I'm like, I'm gonna go online and buy. Someone's made some really nice 3D printed ones. I just gotta tie the rope myself.
oh, okay.
I'm gonna go buy those. Fuck it. So I put those in a bag. I don't want to lose them, but they're just not kept around the figure because the figure has
Yeah.
one of these. My only complaint is I wish there was one less pair of hands, because when he's running around like doing all cool kung fu action poses, he just has this very bored look on his face as he's beating the shit out of all your characters. And I would just love to have one yelling face. So,
Oh, yeah. Couple different
That's
heads.
it. That's my only complaint.
Yeah.
It's probably one of my favorite figures though. It's so posable, so detailed. It's really nice, and I really liked it.
You
So.
just want him to look a little more enthused as he's beating the shit out
Yes.
of your other characters.
Yeah, precisely. All right, next we
feeling to do
got
with
comics.
Shang-Chi. Yay, comics.
Filling out the last of this one out of my pull list, Scooby-Doo Apocalypse Volume 6, the final volume.
That's it, eh? That series is done. Wow. So I actually
Yep.
have almost all the individual issues. I didn't realize they'd just ended it shortly after I stopped collecting them.
It goes to issue 36.
36. I need 11 issues to have
Yeah.
all of them.
At that point, you just buy 2 volumes of collectors and you're done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically. I probably want to
save
get the
one month.
collected editions anyway, for the alternate
Yep.
covers and just to not have to read the single issues all the time.
I got this epic collection.
Nice.
And so I got these both from Sterling Silver Comics. They're a comic shop out of Camarillo, California. They do Twitter. Mike Sterling is a wonderful man his shop is probably the most inviting shop I've ever been to, and he's been greatly affected by the COVID thing. So
Yeah.
if you're looking to buy comics, he does mail order. He's incredibly safe, gloves, all that shebang,
I know a lot of
disinfectant, etc.
comic shops have been affected by that. There's a friend of
Yep.
mine, longtime YouTube viewer, who runs his own out of Plymouth, and it was his lifelong dream to run a comic shop and to have his own shop, and he made it come true and put a lot of heart and soul into it, and he's had to close it because of the whole COVID thing.
Yeah.
Hopefully only
A lot of shops are not
temporarily.
gonna open.
He's trying to get stimulus check or whatever is going on in the UK, something like that. And he's just been getting the runaround. And
Well,
he's...
It's even more dire here in North America. We only have 900 stores open before the pandemic hit, and over half of those are going to be gone after it.
Yeah, I know.
It's a huge hit to the industry. I
Yeah.
mean, it's huge.
Definitely.
But speaking of huge to the industry, I also got Tales of the Batman
Hey, there you
by
go.
Steve Englehart.
Oh,
I
nice.
have a volume called Batman Strange Apparitions. It's a very expensive paperback that collects all of Steve Englehart's, at the time, all Steve Englehart's comics,
Yeah.
or Batman comics. And so it's one storyline, or one or two storylines, the Joker's in there, and Dr. Phosphorus, his main villain. Is actually really good. And then he did later in the 90s, 80s, maybe early 2000s, he did Batman Dark Detective, which is a follow-up to a lot of the plot threads in this.
Interesting.
And that like, it's technically not canon. For me, it's canon.
Yeah.
And it all takes place pre-Crisis. So
Okay.
before, so it's all pre-Crisis stuff. There's also a DC Universe, Legend of the DC Universe, Legend of the Dark Knight story. There's also a Batman Chronicle story. So there's a bunch of other stuff too. But the two big things are those two are the Legend of the Dark, or the Batman Dark Detective and his Batman and his Detective Comics run of 469 to 476. And I had those previously. I've now replaced them in a much better, edition. The colors in this are like, look at these classic colors. Look at this beautiful color work.
Oh, that's nice.
It's fucking wonderful, man. It's just, I love the phosphorescent colors and stuff. But yeah, so that's that. All right, movies. Everyone cares about the movies. So, only available on DVD in English-speaking countries for some reason. We have Red Baron, Super Robot Red Baron's movie, Brave. What are they called? Bravestorm. Sorry.
Bravestorm.
Red Baron and Black Baron,
Nice.
and they're fighting against alien invaders. So they do have a fight in it, but then they fight alien invaders. But yeah.
They joined forces. Cool.
So like one's like a cyborg and one's like mech. Like, and they're from two different families that run these kind of corporations. Anyway, I haven't watched it yet, but it's only $10, and so
Cool.
it's the only way to see it in English or with English subtitles is this way. So, fuck it.
Nice.
Speaking of things from Japan with subtitles, we got Starfleet.
Hey. There you go. I assume that includes the English
Brian
dub as
May. What? Sorry.
well. I assume that includes the English version as well.
Has both editions
Both.
complete.
Yeah.
All 24 English episodes, all 25 Japanese episodes. The English version has a score by Brian May,
Mm-hmm.
who is a progressive rock god. Anyway, it's probably
also,
one of the coolest soundtracks.
And
What?
that is also the first time we've actually had the original X-Bomber available over here. We've only ever had Starfleet available here.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Whoa.
First time it's been
Last year.
subtitled too. So
Yeah.
I have the previous DVD release. It's gonna go to somebody. I don't know who.
Yeah. I would
But,
keep that. It's got some pack-ins that aren't in that Blu-ray set.
Oh, the comic's not going with that set, but someone wants the discs. Yeah.
Yeah, I have the
Anyway,
same set Skinslip does the
I
Region
think
2
the
set.
comic is a special feature on here. So all the special features from the UK set are present on the Australian set from Madman.
Mhm.
They're just on as PDF, like the booklet and the comic
okay.
are PDF on the disc.
Gotcha.
So I wonder if they're the same here. I mean, not that I can access it currently, but
Yeah.
I wonder. I mean, anyway,
I don't know.
filling a hole in my collection.
A hole in
Blair
your
Witch
gap?
Project. Yeah. Filling a gape in my gap.
Blair Witch on Blu-ray. Excellent.
Blair Witch Project, the original on
Yeah, I know, the
Blu-ray.
original.
Yep. Next,
Right.
we got. I love my post-apocalyptic films, so we got Land of Doom. I found it for a good price of
Excellent.
$15. Had a gift card. Also, with that gift card, and Army of One, also known as Joshua Tree, is going out of print. So
Very
let's
nice.
buck it.
Little Dolph.
Pull the trigger. With also that gift card, I got RoboCop 2.
Hey!
I will be skipping RoboCop 3. It's the only Fred Decker film I refuse to own. It's
Really?
terrible.
Wow.
I mean, someone can gift it to me, but I don't have any
got it
interest
on
in
the
spending
way.
money.
Now, you went with the theatrical poster side there, I noticed.
They're both art, and my only requirement for being in my collection is to have an art poster
What?
and a English spine. So
Well, yeah, I know. but why the theatrical poster? Didn't we just have a big conversation about how the theatrical posters for RoboCop 2 and 3 sucked, and the new artwork was better?
But this artwork, no, I don't think this new artwork's better. I think it's about equal. You can go either way. I prefer this one in this case.
I don't know.
I wish I had the slipcover so I could do both, honestly.
Yes, same.
But
I
no
also did
slipcover.
not get the slipcover.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Way it goes.
Yeah.
All right. So these three were with a gift card. I bought this. I bought this. I bought this to use for another collector.
Mm-hmm.
Last month, I bought this. Touch of Evil.
Ooh, nice.
This is the Eureka release.
I have
And this
a
has
different release.
this has the theatrical cut from 1958 in both 1.3.37
Yeah.
and 1.85, and the reconstructed 1998 cut
Yep.
in 1.37 and 1.85.
Yeah.
I believe it was released in one format, and he wanted the other format for his film,
Yeah.
and so they released it as both. They give you both cuts in this,
They,
which is really nice.
Yeah, I have an edition of that has 3 cuts of the film. I'm not sure what the aspect ratio is, but
It's probably got 3 of these cuts.
yeah.
Yeah, these are all
No,
the same
it's
cuts.
3.
It's
It's 3 different cuts. It's not just different aspect
New
ratios.
Masters of 5 variants. There's 5 cuts on this one.
5 cuts.
So the 3 cuts are here, plus the two frame different cuts. So it's got all 3 cuts that you have,
Okay.
plus the 2 framing for the 2 other
All right.
cuts.
Yeah, I don't know if mine has the other frame.
So let's see here. Let's just see the back
Where
one.
is It's right there. I'm just gonna grab it and check. Hold on.
Film as released in 1958 was certainly compromised from Orson Welles' vision, but a lengthy memo written by Welles to the studio heads in 1957 had some influence on a subsequent preview version shown to test audiences and rediscovered in the 70s. As well as there's a theatrical cut,
This is my edition here.
there's a 58 theatrical
the
cut,
universal
there's the
release.
98 restoration, and there's a 1970s test print, I believe.
Okay, so yeah, so it has. This one has the reconstructed version, the theatrical
Yep,
version.
that's 98. Yep.
Just okay. The reconstructed version, the theatrical version, and the
Mhm.
preview version.
Yep, I have all 3 of those here.
Yeah, and as for aspect ratios, I don't know.
It probably has all the same aspect ratios, honestly. The Blu-ray, you can just crop it. It's a little code piece snippet. You can make it.
It
crop,
only
I think.
says widescreen for the aspect
Oh.
ratio list, so it might not.
It might be
have the-
widescreen.
Might not have the 4:3.
Pretty sure that's the version I have too. I don't know
Yep.
where it is.
This has 4 audio commentaries. Restoration producer Rick Schmidlin, actors Charlton Heston, Janet Leigh, with Schmidlin, and critic FX Feeney, and Wells scholars James Nearmore and Jonathan Rosenbaum.
The
I think I know who
cool,
Jonathan Rosenbaum is.
the
actually.
cool bonus feature that this comes with is a booklet, which is a reproduction of Orson Welles' 58-page memo to the
Yeah.
to the studio about the film and about the different
See,
cuts.
I don't have that, but I do have a buku amount of essays and stuff. So
That's
I mean,
cool.
there's reason to have both. What
Yeah.
does yours have the bringing evil to life and evil lost and found pieces?
Bringing Evil to Life, Evil Lost and Found, and
Mm.
4 feature commentaries, including one with Charlton Heston and
That-
Janet Leigh.
I have the same commentaries. We have
So-
the same contents, except the booklets are
It
different.
seems like the only difference is the booklets, and you get the alternate aspect ratios for 2 of them.
I only got this last month because I'm. This is out of print.
Yeah.
This is limited edition.
This is also out of print.
Yeah, that's also a limited edition. They have a standard edition
Yeah.
you can get.
Yeah.
With 1 less disc, I think. I think it's just a straight up Blu-ray by itself.
Yeah.
I think that's Blu-ray and DVD, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway,
That one is just
uh,
Blu-ray.
oh, is it just Blu-ray?
Yeah.
Okay. But I found this for $12.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. It was going for like 25, which is like retail. And I'm like, oh, I'm thinking about that. And someone's like, used $12. I'm like, okay. I'll take it.
Yoink.
Yeah.
That's
This I.
Touch of
what?
Evil is a great movie, and everybody should see it. It's one of Orson Welles' all-time
Yeah.
greats.
I've never seen the whole thing. I've seen the intro like 7 times. It's
good.
shown in like every fucking film
I-
class I've ever been in.
think I've seen the theatrical version. I don't know that I've seen the reconstructed version. I'll have
We
to
should
check
do a
that out.
viewing.
Yeah.
We had recently talked about doing talked that'd be really interesting to do Citizen Kane Touch of Evil double feature, and I bought this
Yeah.
because you said that,
And
now I say we should maybe do that.
And Magnificent Ambersons, which I've never seen.
I don't have that.
I have it on DVD.
Now, limited editions. I did a very fucking terrible amount of the transcription. Jesus Christ, of some awful religious bullshit, so that I can afford this $75 out of print set, which I thought was a box
that's
set.
one of your your horrible transcription jobs.
I saw so many pictures of dead fetuses being mutilated. It's gross.
Oh, is this like some anti-abortion thing?
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
They pay the best.
Right.
I hate doing them, but they literally pay the best.
Yeah.
They pay the best. They pay the fucking best, and I hate
Nobody
it.
wants to fucking do them. But, yeah.
That's why I was depressed for a fucking week.
Oh, that'll explain it.
And then I pre-ordered this months and months ago, but it came,
Ooh,
and it was in the
nice.
mail. It shipped over a week ago. It came out, and it shipped a week prior to that, and been lost in the mail for a while. I was gonna actually mark it as lost.
Another one of Arrow's nice hardbox releases.
This is the best Exorcist ripoff ever made.
Nice.
And it's Italian. It's great. Comes with a great booklet. Comes with a additional version of the film, etc., etc. All the fine things to Arrow. Love Arrow. They do great work.
Very cool.
That's everything.
Excellent. That's some good stuff you got there.
I will not. And if you'll note, the last time I did transcription work was like 6 months ago, because I know it just fucks me up.
And we
It's
seem to
so
have lost
awful.
Eric.
Yes. He always. It's fucking 3 in the morning for him, to be fair.
Okay, well, let's move Cass up here, and we'll put the casserole on the bottom. Nope,
Cool.
that's Cass. That's the casserole. And it's not actually a casserole, it's kind of a pseudo lasagna.
It just looks like casserole.
We ate all of that by, like, the next day. It was so
Good.
damn good. Holy shit, it
It
was
looks
good.
delicious.
Yeah, it was very good.
You have pickups, right?
I do. I have 6.
What you need to know
So,
with that? I'm giving me some ice cream.
first up, I received a gift in the mail. I have not watched it yet. I was going to watch it because I think someone in the room saw this week for the first time, and I thought, I should probably see it too. Then we can both talk about it. But I failed. I didn't watch it because I was doing other things. Anyway, finally got Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, I
This
watched
is-
that last.
This is the beautiful,
He watched the week before.
beautiful Steelbook edition. There you go.
That's the same one I have.
Yes,
beautiful,
It
eh?
is.
That's the one I wish I'd gotten, but
It's,
it's the one, not the one that was available near me. So
It's the 4K
like goes.
with, and it includes the original, the regular Blu-ray as well. So anyway, can finally see Rise of Skywalker.
It's better than the reviewers say.
Of course, I fully expect that. I do not trust the fandom at all by this point.
Not anymore.
They're just a
They've
bunch
all
of
failed us.
jaded gatekeeping fucks.
I don't listen
They've
to
all
fandom.
fallen to the
Don't
dark
even
side.
know what a
I just
good
don't
film
listen to
is.
any fandoms anymore because
No.
they're always wrong. I just go for my
Pretty
own
much.
gut.
Yeah.
Watch
I
a
will
trailer
judge
and go
for
for my gut.
myself. I'm sure I will enjoy it fine,
You'll love it. It's good
I'm
shit.
sure. Anyway, next up, as you guys will know, I'm a huge fan of the original. I've been wanting to see the remake for ages. Finally decided to pull the trigger on it because, well, it was cheap. Got the remake of Suspiria, which
I need to see that still.
which is apparently really good. So I'm looking forward to checking this out. It's got a hell of a cast in it. Like Tilda-
Another case where they take the premise and do their own thing. As
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the best way to do a remake
yeah.
is to take the premise and just go a different direction
Instead
with it,
of
whatever
just,
that is.
yeah, like it's got a hell of a cast, like with Tilda Swinton and Chloe Grace
Director.
Moritz.
Isn't it Alexandra Aja?
No, it's got. Well, just give
Oh.
me a second here. Let me talk. And then it's got Jessica Harper from the original is actually in it, and I'm assuming a sort of
I
supporting
think she's
role
a
of some kind.
teacher.
But directed by. Holy shit!
You should
there's
see the remake, Drum Mike. It's so good.
big string of producers here. Who the hell directed it? Where does it say? Directed by Luca Guadagnino.
Okay, I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is either. But anyway, yeah. So looking forward to it. And this
But yeah,
one,
Drum Mike, seek out Suspiria. Worth watching the original.
I've been waffling on getting for a long time. I didn't even realize it was Kino Lorber that put out the Blu-ray, but huzzah, they do good work. This one I rented on VHS many, many moons ago after seeing this cover that you're about to see, and it's basically an Alien ripoff. It's
My favorite.
incredibly low budget. The acting is terrible.
think I know
The
what this
sets
is.
are terrible. The monster is laughably awful. The
Please.
music is almost
Warren.
it's so bad it's hilarious, and it has the most like ear-raping closing song. Yes,
Suspiria's not
sci-fi horror with a closing song at the end that, I mean, clearly this was a must-have. It was bad in all the best possible ways. I'm, of course, talking about Star Crystal. So
Oh, I was thinking. It was InSaNiTy. Sorry,
no.
but I Star Crystal set aside because you said you wanted to watch that.
I
so.
know, and you flipped it around to this cover as well. This is the alternate cover.
Yes.
This is the original
'Cause it's a better cover.
This is the original VHS cover.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
one I remember seeing.
And this is the revert. Yeah, same here. And that's the one that made me want to rent it. I was like,
I'd never seen it, by the way.
This is the other cover, which is, it's decent, but it's
pretty cool cover. I
It's
mean,
not a. I like the other one because it's a little more mysterious.
I bought that movie from a Kino Lorber sale.
The
right?
creature
I had no
doesn't-
idea it was the movie on the reverse
The
side.
creature doesn't look anywhere near this threatening, by the way, in the actual movie. But
So I buy that movie, and I didn't think it was the same movie. And
This
I flipped
one?
the cover. I was like, "Oh my god, it's this movie!" I didn't know what the movie was called.
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
the cover very vividly.
no, I rented this back in the day, and I've been wanting to get it in my collection ever since. And I just never got around to it. I waffled on the DVD, I waffled on the Blu-ray, and I finally said, you know what, enough waffling. I'm getting Star Crystal. I need to have this glorious badness in my
No,
collection.
Suspiria's not
So-
a giallo. Sorry.
No,
Talking
it's
people in the
not.
chat.
Giallo-
Stop it, worm disease. Stop it, Roth. You're wrong.
No, just because it's Italian doesn't mean it's giallo. A
Iceman has it right.
Yeah, a giallo is a crime mystery, murder mystery movie, basically, with
What's
a
the
Yeah,
crime
think about-
mystery in Suspiria?
With
What's
a-
the crime mystery?
with a twist ending.
Yeah.
There's like a very
Uh,
specific formula to a giallo, which Suspiria is not.
You have to think of it kind of like noir almost, because
Yeah.
noir is based on Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Giallo is yellow.
Yeah.
That's the translation. Giallo
Well,
means
because
yellow in
It's a
Italian.
lot sleazier.
And
than
they're
you
talking about the spine, the yellow spine on fucking mystery novels.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
Italian mystery novels,
So,
well, and here
yeah.
too, tended to have these yellow spines to denote that they were
Yeah.
cheap. They're cheap, lurid tales, and
Yellow's an eye-catching color, you know.
so yellow's an eye-catching color.
You can
So,
get in
so
the middle
is yellow.
of a line of books, you're like, hey, it's those books.
So his Giallo movie typically is a murder mystery where you're kept guessing. It's a whodunit kind of thing. The thing that makes it kind of related to the horror genre is the murder scenes tend to be very brutal and gory and violent.
Things are very sleazy.
And they're very sleazy kind of thing. Yeah, they're lurid crime stories.
I've been getting stout into giallo.
Giallo's great. There's
That's
some
the only
great
reason I
stuff
know
like
about
that.
this.
Dario Argento definitely did a lot of Giallo films, stuff like Tenebrae and Deep Red and Bird with the Crystal Plumage and whatnot. But Suspiria is a supernatural horror movie, essentially.
Deals with witches, baby.
Yeah, which
I mean, I tell you in the first 3 seconds.
you know,
of the movie,
Lucio
it's not a
Fulci,
spoiler.
for example, did a lot of supernatural horror.
Yes.
Mario Bava did a little bit of that, but mostly did giallo stuff, as well as branching into many other genres. But
Mario Bava pretty much invented the slasher genre doing giallo films.
hmm
So Mario
good stuff.
Bava is probably the most influential giallo director, actually.
So next up, you guys may recall I reviewed this one either last Halloween or the Halloween before, because I picked up the DVD. I had to pick up the DVD again because the initial one I got wouldn't play. So I got
Oh,
it.
man, it sucks.
I got it again. When I did the review, I think I just found one online and watched that. It wasn't even as good as the DVD, but then I did rewatch it again, and I think I just watched the movie and didn't review it, and then I watched it and reviewed it from the DVD or something. Anyway, I don't remember. It's all a bit of a blur. Anyway, loved the movie, and I remember in my review I was saying, man, it'd be great if this got a Blu-ray release, because you know, the set design and the costumes and everything's very beautifully done. It's a big budget all-star cast TV miniseries from the early 70s. I'm of course talking about Frankenstein, the true story. which is not even remotely the true story. It's completely not faithful to the book at all, but still a wonderful take on it. And this actually does have a reversible cover. It has the original poster art that was used for the DVD release as well, which leads me
I like that reversible.
Which leads me to think this may have originally been intended to be one of their collector's editions, because usually with Scream Factory's non-collector's edition titles, they don't have reversible covers. Like, they'll just have one cover art, and then they'll have, like, a photo from the film or something.
It
on
probably
the
got
reverse
bumped down at some point.
side. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Is that
I'm agreeing with you.
It's because this is the same. This is a painted cover here, which is the same style of artwork that their collector's editions usually get.
My favorite. I love painted covers.
So it leads me to think that this may have originally been intended as a collector's edition, and for whatever reason it got bumped down. But it's very nice. I took a little, looked at a few random clips from it. It looks very good. It's a new 2K scan of the original film elements, and also, unlike the DVD version, which presented it as a single 3-hour movie, this actually presents it in the original 2-part format that it originally aired in back in 1973. Also includes optionally the James Mason introduction, the 5-minute introduction, which, warning, literally spoils the entire story of the movie in 5 minutes. So maybe watch that as an extra after.
Or watch it on your repeat viewings.
Or on your repeat viewings, yeah. But it gives you the option.
I'm James Mason, and I'm here to ruin the movie.
Yeah. So it gives you the option to watch it with or without the James Mason intro. It's a separate thing.
That's great. No,
So,
that's actually that's a really cool addition.
Yeah, but it's very cool. It's great to have that on Blu-ray. That's one I'm definitely going to enjoy. It's
that's also, from Whisper to the Scream's got a flip reversible cover. It was originally slated to be a collector's edition and it got bumped down.
Same kind of thing. Eh?
I think your theory is correct. Also, that's one of the few Scream Factory titles where I like both covers.
Yeah, actually,
the one you have there. Yeah.
The original cover is quite nice, very classy, and it actually keeps keeps the monstrous appearance of the monster a little bit more of a mystery, I think, than the painted cover does. But yeah,
that's the thing Scream Factory does. They do sometimes spoil the movie
I remember
the disc,
what
and
was
on the
it?
menu.
They did. I think it's the original Was it Black Christmas or Silent Night, Deadly? It was one of the Christmas slasher movies, anyway.
Black Christmas, I think.
And one of the big things in the movie is the identity of the killer is the big mystery, and they had him in plain view in the painted artwork, and people were like, "What the fuck, Scream Factory?" Like,
honestly, if you see it on Blu-ray, you can see his fucking face as clear as day.
They did a modified version of the cover where the killer's face was put more in shadow. And it's like, okay, that's a little better. But, like, come on, guys. Like, to think about people who are seeing these movies for the first time and discovering them through your wonderful collection. Like, come on. So, anyway, got a couple more for the Hammer collection. Gonna have to... so one of the big updates this week that I'm going to be working on, obviously, is going to be another Hammer update. Probably 2, because I've got so many. So I picked up Dr. Jekyll and Sister Hyde, which is...
one I really want.
Yeah, one I've been wanting to check out for a while. An interesting twist on the old Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, where instead of turning into a raging man-beast, he turns into a beautiful woman who has an insatiable lust for mayhem and murder. So
yes, it's great. It's perfect sleaze. It's really good.
It sounds like a lot of fun. It's one of the later Hammer ones from 1971, and
that got put on a lot of those like shows about like those afternoon matinee ones where they give you the crap movie or whatever.
I remember hearing the title all the time, but I never saw the movie, so I thought I'd
movie's pretty good actually.
And this is one I've been wanting to see for ages, but to find it on home media has just been a freaking holy grail quest. So to finally have it on Blu-ray, thanks to Scream Factory as part of their Hammer collection, is an absolute godsend, and I was not going to wait a second to get this. The DVD's been out of print forever. I think it's been available in the UK, but I don't want to import shit if I don't have to. Just give me a release here, where I live. Please and thank you. And well, they finally did. I'm, of course, talking about the classic vampire hunting extravaganza from 1974, Captain Kronos, Vampire Hunter.
That's another one I have to see.
Yeah, I have never seen it, but I've just heard nothing but rave reviews of it.
That title has intrigued me for decades.
Same. It's been so freaking hard to find.
Yeah,
So
it was impossible to find for years.
glad to finally have it in my hand. This is very late era Hammer. In fact, it might be one of the last films they did. It's from 1974. So
I think, didn't they do the Shaw Brothers crossover last?
which
The Brothers versus Vampire. Whatever
Seven
that's
Golden
called.
Vampires? No, that was
Yeah.
earlier. That was earlier.
I thought that was near the end.
I think the very last horror film they did, I don't count the early 2000s revival, obviously, but the very last horror film they did was To the Devil a Daughter, which is also available from Scream Factory. It's the one I want to
Yes,
get.
that's the one I definitely am going to get.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah. I think that's the last one they did.
That's a bucket list title for me. So.
Yeah, there might have been one after that. I can't remember. Yeah, I've got a good chunk of the late era Hammer stuff. There's not too many of the big significant ones I'm missing now. So that's it. So yeah, six titles this week. There's more coming in the mail, so I should have some more by next week. There's a few I'm specifically
That's a
waiting
good
for.
load of stuff, too.
Star Crystal!
Star Crystal! I don't
When
remember
are we
how the
watching
song
Star
goes.
Crystal? Let's do it. Schedule it.
I don't know.
When are we doing live streams this week?
Tell me now.
Yeah.
Tell me now.
And back on the horse again. Let's go.
Back on the horse.
Tuesday,
Yeah, I
Thursday.
fell off the horse this week too. We just.
I had to fucking subtitles grotesque anti-abortion crap. So
Yay!
fell off the planet to pay for things that I wanted to get.
Yeah.
I was originally gonna save it and buy a Wii, but Wii's cost like $500 right now,
No.
and they're only worth $300.
No, they're
I'm sorry,
collector's
Switches.
items. Yeah.
Switch. God damn it. Switches.
Switch.
$500
Switch.
right now. That's not worth it. So I'll just wait.
Yeah, star crystals across the universe. Yeah.
Ha! I bought Star Crystal and Star Slammer at the same time.
Star. Filling out
Star
this-
Slammer is a women in prison film that's also a fantasy sci-fi film. So there's also like the planet they go to is full of people on horses and armor and shit. It's kind of weird.
Interesting.
Worth watching though, but it's weird. It's a Fred Olen Ray film. So.
I see. Good old
Lots
Fred
of
Olen
boobs.
Ray.
Lots of
Speaking of
boobs.
films, what films did we watch this week?
Oh. Well, I've got the poops, so I'm gonna go first.
Okay. What did you see?
What did I
You-
get?
What
Watch
did
see?
you get watch?
Let's see here.
What did
We
you get
did
into your
SNI
brain
and
through
the
your
11th. So I watched Rise of the Skywalker. There you go.
Rise of the Skywalker.
And I'll
Okay.
hold my comments so we can have a discussion when you've actually seen it. So.
Okay. I'll try to watch it.
But I just realized that's all I've seen. I thought I saw more this week. Sorry.
Okay. I'll try to watch it this week, and then we can have a...
If you can't get to it, don't rush it. You know,
Well,
don't
I
make a
want to
stress
see it
point.
anyway. I've waited this long.
But I mean, don't make it a stress point. Just watch it when you
Oh,
want
I won't. I won't. Don't worry.
Mm.
I'm saying that because I legit want to see it this week, so I'm going to try to make a point of seeing it.
Oh, fine. I guess I'll watch it.
Twist my arm. God. How about you, Cass? Did you see anything this week?
I did. Last night, I watched Bad Boys, the very first one.
Oh, the original. Oh, okay.
First time you,
Which I had actually never seen. It's another one of those cases
wow.
where I somehow saw the sequel before I saw the original.
Gotcha.
First one's so much better.
Yeah, well, I saw the sequel in theaters years ago when it came out. But no, I quite enjoyed it. I mean, good Martin
There's nothing
Lawrence.
wrong with the
Will Smith.
sequel. The first one's just better. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was. I enjoyed it when I saw it in the theater, I think. But yeah, no, I like this one. The typical '90s fare, and so I never realized it was actually was the feature film debut for Michael Bay. I didn't know that was
Really?
his first one.
Really?
What? No.
Are you sure?
I
It
thought
is
you had one
apparently.
more before that.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up because I'm curious.
I'm going to look it up, too. I don't believe you.
I don't believe any of you
I looked it up
motherfuckers.
because I didn't believe
He's
myself.
like,
I want to make
I
sure
looked
that
it
I read
up.
I thought Transformers was his first film ever.
Bad Boys was his first. I thought The Rock came first. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, The Rock was
Stand
96.
corrected.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fuck
I
me,
didn't
all
realize
right.
Bad Boys was that old.
His first 3 movies are really
I thought it
good.
was older, actually. I thought it was 94, but no, it was actually
How did he
1995.
go from 3 really good movies to just literally nosediving
Hey,
for like a
Pearl
decade?
Harbor was all right. Pearl Harbor was okay.
And the island is pretty good too, but like in Bad Boys 2 is not bad, and Pain and Gain's good, but everything else is just so transformery.
He's,
Makes
pretty.
you realize that Pain. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say he's not bad as a producer. He's produced some good
yeah.
stuff.
He's
He
great
gave
as a
us-
producer.
Gave us like the Purge movies and
The Ninja Turtles films.
Ninja Turtles films. Well, the second one was good anyway, and yeah,
And the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake, that was really good.
yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
But it makes you realize how much Pain and Gain is such an important film in terms of his career of directing. Like, it's so. I won't say it's different from the kind of stuff he does. It's just that it's good.
It's back to his roots. Of,
It's
like,
back
action.
to the roots. Yeah.
He's really good at action films.
Yeah.
If you put him with guns and explosions, he does well.
If
Get
you
him
gave
out
him
of
a
the fucking
Fast and the
robots.
Furious movie, it'd be fucking perfect.
Oh, don't
okay,
get
I
perfect.
see. Before
No.
that, he did music videos. He did a whole bunch of music
Yeah,
videos.
he did commercials and music videos before movies. That
Yeah,
was,
quite a few.
Like
He's-
McGee.
but David Fincher was a music video director too. So I mean, just
Yeah.
directing music videos doesn't mean anything, obviously. So
Yeah.
was what's his face? Spike Jonze.
Yeah,
He's a music
as
video director.
also Paul W.S. Anderson used to direct music
Yeah.
videos.
Oh my god! And
Yeah.
Spike Jonze is such a good director. Made such amazing
Oh,
movies.
he's amazing.
Every one of his movies is so meaningful and
Oh
deep.
God, I know. Hey, have you seen? Whenever I review one of his movies, it's always like such and such. A deeply personal review.
I know.
Like,
Well, it's like-
it's
but
never just a
everyone's like-
movie review with Spike Jonze movies. It's always
Where the
so
wild things are.
deep.
Everyone
Deeply
says
personal and
that,
tearful review.
they're a music video director, whatever.
That was so
Spike
good.
Jonze is a music video director, and he
Oh my
breaks your heart
God!
every time.
Her, the two I reviewed of his are "Where the Wild Things Are" and "Her," and both of them just like impacted me on these deeply personal levels. So it just so happened they were both a deeply personal review.
A weepingly deep personal review.
Adaptation and Being John Malkovich are amazing films.
I need
that you
to
would
get
love.
Being John
Oh,
Malkovich
yes.
again. I've
They're
seen
on a
it.
Criterion Collection
Well,
for a
I've seen
reason.
Yeah, it's good.
I need to rewatch Adaptation because I watched that, I would say, like a year or two before I went to film school.
That's the one with Nicolas Cage and Nicolas Cage, right?
Classes.
Yes, Nicolas Cage plays twins.
Yes.
I didn't like it back then.
I have
though.
seen Adaptation. I didn't
I
realize
don't
that was
think I
Spike
understood
Jonze,
it,
but
though. That's probably the problem. I didn't
I enjoyed it.
understand
I enjoyed Adaptation very much. And I think
So,
actually it shows
I need
how
to
good an
rewatch
actor Nicolas Cage is because he plays those two characters very distinctly from
Nicolas
each other.
Cage
You know?
Gets unfairly shat upon
Yeah.
just because he takes literally every role that's handed to him
Yeah.
because he likes money.
No. His criteria, I read the interview.
Yeah.
His criteria for being in a movie is he gets to do what he wants with the character.
Yeah.
That's it. He'll be in anything as long as he's free to do what he wants
Also,
with the character. I
also
respect that.
he takes a lot of roles because he's a huge fan of the old school movie
Yes.
stars like Bela Lugosi, Vincent, like the horror movie
Yep.
stars in
I
particular.
wasn't being
And he-
100% serious.
And he
I
said,
know.
like, you know, you go to those guys' filmographies, they did like 150 movies. Says, that's what I want my filmography to be like. I want to do 150 movies.
He wants to do more.
So that's why
Not-
he...
He wants
well,
the
yeah,
record,
obviously.
actually.
He
Yeah.
wants to do at
He
least...
said he wants the record.
He wants to do at least 150, but he wants to have one of those kinds of filmographies. So that's why he does so many movies. Also, he
They're
just
not all
loves
going to
acting.
be brilliant, right? But at the
He's
same
always
time, that
brilliant.
they're not
Yeah.
all brilliant. It's like there are a lot of movies he does where it's clear his ability to act is unquestionable. He's
Yeah.
fucking good at what he does.
Oh yeah, when
So-
he really
Master.
sinks his teeth into a role, I mean, you can tell like he becomes that character,
Yeah.
and
So good.
I don't know,
at
he
acting.
gets unfairly shat upon. I agree. And I
People
think
make
it's-
fun of him and think it's just not right. It's just not
I don't
okay.
think it's right either. I think he's a fantastic actor, like legit.
Yes, his freakouts can be funny, but most of the time they're really fitting for the movie.
It
and you're
also
into it.
that's the thing. People look at the memes; they just see the freak out. They don't have the
Well, they-
context.
Yeah, they
You
take it
know.
out of context. Out of context, it's hilarious.
Out of
I agree.
context, it's hilarious and random. Like he's freaking out for no reason whatsoever. And I mean, you know, if you see the movie, it's like, well, there's been 90 minutes of emotional build up to that freak out. It makes perfect
Right.
logical sense. I would freak out too, you know. But yeah, people are
Rage. That
people
was
are
a really
silly.
good one.
So
That was really good.
What's
Nick Cage film.
So anyway,
Who's
you
it
liked
that-
Bad
Ari
Boys,
Aster?
Cass?
Ari Aster, yeah.
Somehow
Mandy.
we got to.
Sean, you need to
Nicolas
see
Cage.
Mandy.
I do need to see
Anyways.
Mandy. Yeah, that's what I need to see. There's a few
Yeah,
I
We went
need
off
to
on a
see.
tangent. We all contributed to fucking.
We went from Michael Bay to Nicolas Cage in like
Yeah.
0 to 60 seconds.
Well, he was in a Michael Bay film, to be fair. So there is connection.
No. We went from
He's in The Rock.
Michael Bay to Spike Jonze to Nicolas Cage. I don't know how that
I don't know what I
happened,
saw.
but
So.
Because Nick Cage is in both of those people's movies, actually, oddly enough.
the
The
6
music
degrees
video
of
director
Nicolas
is how we got
Cage.
there.
So, anyways, Cass, did you see any other movies?
No, that was it.
Just Bad Boys, okay.
I was gonna say actually, I think I will give Bad Boys 2 a rewatch, just as it has been years since I've seen it.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Because I do want to see the final one, which just came out this year.
Oh yeah.
I want to see that too, yeah.
Bad Boys for Life. Apparently, it's really highly rated.
Oh, there you go.
It's
It's
not
got
directed
the-
by Michael
it's-
Bay either. It's directed by someone
Yeah,
else.
that could be part of it. But actually, the one comment I thought, I mean, of course, it's just Michael Bay, but I was like, I love how this movie has more explosions than the movie about bombs that I just watched last week.
That's funny.
But yeah.
Okay, so Stout, what did you watch this week?
Nothing. I didn't have any time to watch anything.
Okay.
It's really been sucking my soul out, though. Like, just
Great.
because I have to do as much work as I can right now, and
Oh, well,
also the
Stoudman.
whole anxiety of
Yeah.
the
I know.
moment has gotten me less
Freaking- in-
able to focus on
in
my
full
work. and
freak
so,
out mode. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Stoudman.
it gives me even less time then to watch movies. So
Yeah.
it's like,
Speaking of
fuck.
that, what ballpark time do you want to watch movies tomorrow? Because I know it's all up to in the air based on shit.
Probably like earlier, 4 or 5.
Okay,
I don't know.
cool.
Depends.
I'll harass you around 5.
And I will also ask, Doctor Who?
No,
No.
I need my movies.
Blocked. Well, I assume we want to get back to that. So we literally just got back to it, and now we've stopped again. So what?
okay.
Any thoughts? Just any?
He had
Awesome.
one. He got back to it because he had one free day. It's not
Awesome.
like he can go
Yes.
back to
I
it
know,
regularly.
I
He has
know.
work.
I
now.
know, but I don't know what your schedule looks like. So
It's free on Sundays. I stole him from movies this week.
Sundays.
I haven't been to watch movies with him for a while, so I stole him from movies this week. Sorry.
Well,
Yeah.
Sundays don't work for me anyway because weekdays are
Boring.
What about later if you're
Yeah, they're pretty short. You can do like one story
Yeah.
on a night that you are done early. I mean, you can just tell us when you're free, obviously.
yeah.
Like
what-
some-
Later. I'm working because of how anxious I am about all this shit.
Yeah,
and it's
I know it's
taking me
making you
longer to
work
get shit
longer.
done.
Yeah.
I'm literally working until 3 a.m.
Oh
That's
god.
a bit late for me.
Yeah, it's a bit
Yeah.
late for me too.
I'm usually out by 2.
I'm usually still up by 3, but by that point, I'm not going to want to start a movie or something.
Or a movie length
Or a
thing,
movie
as it may
length
be.
thing. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll put that on the back burner for now until Stout.
It might not be too much longer though, because
That's true. You never know.
I don't know what's going on with this job. I don't know how much
That's
longer
true.
it's gonna last.
So we'll just put it on the back burner until your inevitable unemployment, when you'll have all the time
It's
in the
feeling
world.
quite
So-
inevitable.
To be fair, to be fair, Justin just needs to make the leap and go to streaming before it gets too hard for him.
Yeah.
Because then
that's
he'll be
true.
too deep in the water. And needs to, yeah.
Well, I mean, everybody's talking about streaming like it's this godsend of money. It's like, well, okay.
It's hard work.
I'm doing okay at it because I've been very, very lucky.
But
Not everybody's
you've
going to
been
have
doing-
that same
it's-
luck, just so you know. I just don't want people to think like
It's-
it's an immediate solution.
Do you want to know why it's working?
It isn't.
Because you've been grinding at it for 2.5,
I
3
know.
years.
I know.
That's why I'm saying Stoudman needs to start fucking working at it.
Oh,
Because
well,
it's going to take him 2 or 3 years to build any kind of audience.
Yeah.
I'm at 2 years with an average of 3 people when I go live.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I know.
Part of that is 'cause I do a lot of just
But
chatting.
it's getting
but
better.
Yeah.
For both of you, it's getting better.
Yeah.
I noticed
it's
that.
getting better for him because he actually plays games.
Well, I do games. I do a variety. I do the games. I do
You
the
actually
watch
play
parties.
games.
I do the chatting.
I don't. I have
Yeah,
not been
I
playing games lately.
Yeah, he plays one game called Fortnite.
It's a very popular
One-
game.
It's
in
a
the top
popular
10.
game, and it brings in the people. What can I say?
I know.
I've got a lot of new viewers just from the Fortnite
It's so
stuff.
interesting how that works because, like, some people will only come in to watch you play Fortnite, and then some people won't come in to watch you play because you're playing Fortnite.
I have no interest in watching you play Fortnite.
Yeah, but then
So-
other people will only come in when I'm doing an editing stream. You know, like that's the
Yeah.
thing that they like.
Yeah.
So
I
you
hang
know.
out during the editing streams usually.
There
not
are
last
plenty
two
of
nights.
people
so
who are probably in this
Transcribing.
chat right now who come for practically everything because they come
Oh,
for Sean.
absolutely,
right?
there's some
Yeah.
that do.
You
There's
know.
there's many that do actually. That just,
There's a lot of
They don't
people who,
care.
even if they like Sean a lot, they're
Yeah.
just like, I hate Fortnite. I'm not going to watch you play Fortnite. Or
Yep.
I don't want to watch anything but Fortnite.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Sean's
just
one of my
the way
closest
it
friends, and I don't want to watch him play Fortnite. I
Yeah.
just have no interest.
You do watch
when
me
he wants
play
to play a
Fortnite
game-
sometimes, though. Like I know you watch sometimes, Stout.
I mean, I'll
I
show
do,
up
yeah.
sometimes, but
You show up sometimes.
When I show up,
criticize
you're
my
playing
I
horrible
enjoy
Fortnite,
aim,
watching
and then
you
you'll
fail
leave.
miserably.
if you're playing Fortnite and I showed up in your chat, I've literally I've exhausted all my other forms of entertainment. Because I really don't like Fortnite. You just
I
don't.
will.
I'm willing to play other
Yeah.
games with you, but I just don't have any
Yeah,
interest.
Blade.
The
Blade.
entertainment for me when it comes to watching Sean play Fortnite is just seeing. Well, when he's playing with Rosie, it's watching him chastise Rosie for being Rosie.
Get out of the
And-
helicopter! I'm trying to hear where the enemy is. All I can hear is the damn helicopter.
And then when he's playing with Tough Kid, it's so I can watch him chastise Tough Kid.
Stop taking all the ammo! I just said I needed that ammo, and you just run in and take it.
You are like the worst commander ever. It's pretty hilarious.
And just
but
the whole.
No, hold on,
All
hold
right,
on.
guys,
I-
we need to
no.
stick together. No,
Wait.
no, get further apart from me.
I'm a good commander when people fucking listen. When they just go off and do... No, don't you... If you watched, you would see. When I have a... No. Stop making those... Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. When I have a squad of people that actually communicates and listens, then it works. And we win a lot. Even if they're inexperienced. It's just all about listening and staying organized. But when I get
you know what?
people that just
The
go off and
problem
do
is-
their own thing and aren't team players, then yeah,
That's
we
great.
lose a lot and we fuck up.
But Sean, you don't listen. That's the problem.
I'm the commander.
You have to still listen to people.
Yes, if
You're not a good team player unless you do.
dude, if they actually give me information, I listen. Half the time I say, okay, where's the, someone says there's an enemy over there. Okay, where are they? Nothing.
Over there.
Can you mark it? Nothing. It's like, okay, I hear gunfire. Are we being shot at? Is that one of us? Nothing. And then 2 minutes later, I just killed somebody. It's like, yeah, I could have supported you if you told me that was you being shot at. You know?
All right. So the next step, you need better players to play with.
Yeah, well, and that's part of going through all of the thing is to, you know, find which ones gel the best. It's all part of the process.
Well,
Anyway.
what I enjoy
Terrible commander.
is just what I
Throw that out
enjoy is
there.
just seeing like the moments of like one moment you'll be saying, all right, we need to stick together, you can't go too far apart, right? And then 5 minutes later it's like get off my ass.
Well,
Why
it's
are you
'cause- okay.
constantly following me
No,
everywhere
no.
I go?
Look. Sticking together does not
Well, Sean
mean
wanders off by
standing
himself.
on my freaking ass. Like, it just means stay nearby. Not
That's
like...
true. He does say follow me, and everyone just like literally follows him like little ducklings. Like, what are
Yeah,
you
that's
doing?
not what I
That's
mean.
what
I
they
mean,
think
like,
you
let's
mean.
go in this
You want
direction
to die via one grenade? Silly.
and stay, like...
Within visual
You're
acuity.
like,
Do
you
not
need to
leave.
Practice
The idea is you
social
don't-
distancing with
Guys,
Sean.
guys, when you play,
Yeah,
if someone is not on that little mini map, that person's too far away.
correct. That's the other thing
6
I'm trying
feet
to get.
distance,
A lot of
guys,
people
6
seem
feet.
to not look at that mini map. It's like you have to look at the mini map, be aware of where the other team members are, you know, and look at the other side of the top of the screen that says how much health and shield we are. If one
All
of
these
us,
things Sean complained about, by the way, is things that he did while we played together.
If-
So I don't know what's going on here.
if we, I've learned through experience. You know, I'm doing better now because I've played a lot, and
That's true.
you know,
I'm sure. I mean, you do win more games, but still, I hate that game.
I know. Yeah, you play
I
other
said I'd play other
here.
games with you, but you refuse to play anything else. So.
Because, well, I don't need to play a million different games. I mean,
Okay.
especially multiplayer games. I'm very picky about multiplayer games.
I guess I don't get to play games with my friends anymore. That's what basically what it boils down to. I got fucking Justin over here who only wants to play single player games, never wants to play with anyone.
I know.
It's all about diddling his Skittle pantsless while playing a game, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't want to hear him jiggling his balls.
Blade. Blade, who's on my team probably more often than anybody, he's like, I don't like Fortnite. What is Fortnite? Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of it.
Well, that's clear.
Well, I just posted a clip of an example of you with just what I was thinking of with you being like, no, we need to stick together. Wait, why are you so close?
Yeah.
It's just the one of you when you were trying to play Star Trek Online, and you wanted the tablet to get rid of the keyboard, and then you needed to type something, and you're like, let me type!
I remember that. Yeah. Get rid of
that
the
clip
keyboard.
is a minute long, so that is in the span of a minute of you both wanting to type and wanting it to get rid of the keyboard.
It's like,
That
get
sums
rid
it
of
up.
the
Thank you,
keyboard, and
Gas.
then it was like, well, now I need to type something. Where's the keyboard?
Oh, classic Sean.
So annoying.
To be fair, it's entertaining to watch, and it's a game I also
I'm glad
like.
I've saved these.
Yeah.
I love watching you play all the horror games in the world, all your solo games. I love all that stuff. That's
Cool.
great.
Well, it's not all about you and what you like.
That's
But
right. That's why I don't show up very often.
I will be playing some more horror games as we get into the Halloween prep. So that's very soon. I'm just kind of looking at some options for what I might want to play
Saw you
this
were
year.
building the set.
Got
Yes.
so many fucking games to play.
Yes, the other day
We
I
were
was
just talking about the other day, right? Like, you have so many fucking games to
I
play
know.
and not enough time to play them.
the other day
plays all the games.
I was clearing out the Halloween set, getting that ready to go. It still needs some work, but it's very close. Very close. Gonna be doing some of the updates from there, because there's a lot of horror updates.
Stab will never be able to finish all his games for sure.
Most of the movies I showed tonight, 5 of the 6 are horror movies. So.
That's why I'm not really in a rush to get games unless I kind of.
Ooh, yes, Mike. Until
Same.
Dawn is excellent. I loved Until Dawn. I played that.
That game is. I've watched so many playthroughs of that game. It
like,
never gets old.
I played that like 3 times just to get different permutations of the story. It was a lot of fun.
Probably seen it played like 10, 12 times easy. Like I love that story.
I've actually played Madame Medan, Major Motoko. I managed to kill everybody. I think there was one survivor at the end. Yeah, it's from the makers of Until Dawn. It's part of the Dark anthology, something.
Cool.
Dark Tales anthology. There's another game coming out in that series actually, a little later this year, I think. So, yeah, it's very good. More Jedi.
I hope those are doing good. I like that stuff.
Yeah, same
Yes,
here.
Jedi falling over, exactly.
Jedi
There you
falling
go. That shit's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's very good.
Well, I hit the button, as you clearly just went into the pit.
Oh.
I fucking hit the button. What the fuck? I'm like, yeah, I know. I hate when that happens. Because you just stood there doing nothing and just fell to his death.
Yeah, that's something you really don't want with a game like that, where you require so much precision, is controls that decide not to work that time.
Yep.
It's like, oh, great.
Right.
Well, I think that's it for this week, folks.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah, I'm tired, but I only woke up like 4 hours ago.
How are you tired?
I'm not tired. I'm going to keep streaming. So stick around, everybody who's here live, and we'll continue doing some. Maybe I'll do some more. I was working on highlights yesterday. Maybe we'll carry on with that, because I'm actually very close to being caught up. And,
Well, do it. Get on it.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Catch up.
All righty.
Mustard and mayonnaise. Do it.
Yes.
What?
It just said catch up, and then it said mustard and mayonnaise. Do it. It's being silly.
Alrighty. Well,
I want him to play Spider-Man 2. That's gonna be great.
I will get to Spider-Man eventually. I can't play everything. I know everybody wants you to play something different. I can't play everything.
Of course not.
Play Euro Truck Simulator.
I'll play it all eventually.
Farming Simulator. Play
You'll have
with
to-
us.
I still never watched that actually.
Which?
Your Euro Truck Simulator.
Oh,
I've just
Euro
seen some-
Truck.
I've seen it.
Oh my God, yes, watch
You're
it.
gonna die of
and
laughter.
Make
Yeah,
clips.
you'll love it.
Make clips
Make
because
clips,
nobody
please.
else did. So.
Please
Oh,
make
yeah, I will for sure.
All right. Okay, well, thanks for joining us for another Saturday Night Insanity. Those of you live on Twitch, stick around. I will be back shortly, and we'll do some more just hanging and chilling and chatting while I try to be productive. So, yeah, until next time, thanks for watching. Thanks for chatting. And sayonara.
Strafe.
Stay safe.
Stay strafe, everybody. Stay strafe.